And welcome to Spook House, everybody. I am Joe. I'm the BizarreStar. I'm the cult detective hunter and final guy, and I have not been streaming for a good while, and I honestly feel kind of bad about that. But unfortunately, work and life and just say, life have kind of been a real pain in the ass for the last couple of weeks. That's kind of just have not really been that much in the mood to fucking stream. But, and I know I'm actually really late to this, but yeah, we got a trailer for the Resident Evil movie. Well, I was gonna first just watch the Critical Drinkers reaction first, but you know, we'll rewatch the trailer. Just maybe I missed something. I saw it once and I was very unimpressed. It looked okay, but nothing in here said Resident Evil. But we'll watch it again. I'll probably get copyright or something, but whatever. Anyway, let's watch this first. I read like a little bit of the script and bits and pieces that people showed off, and right now it's making me think, okay, yeah.
Hello?
Also, apparently it's snowing in Raccoon City, despite the fact this takes place in September, the outbreak, and you know, it was mostly raining. Or, you know, the remake has it raining, but whatever.
A problem on the road. I was wondering if I could use your phone. Hello?
God, I really wish Capcom would buy them out of the fucking Constantine films out of the fucking the license so someone else can make it.
Yes, we're sorry.
Hold on.
Hello?
Oh, never mind. I thought I saw something.
Yes, we're sorry.
Hey babe, look, I'm really sorry that we got disconnected earlier, but some things have happened.
Okay.
I'm in like a seriously fucked up situation right now. And it looks like there's a chance that we might not get to talk to each other again.
I don't know what that is. It's like Mr. X put on a few pounds. I don't know what that is either. Apparently they want to explore other viruses, but the only one I think that really sticks out is the T virus. Like the other ones didn't really show up yet. Obviously Las Plagas wasn't a thing. You know, like the C virus I believe it was, what, in 6?
I just wanted you to know. I love you.
Yeah, you could have told me this was anything but a Resident Evil film, and I would have believed you. It looks fine, I mean, for what it is, but again, nothing here that says Resident Evil in any fucking capacity. But, anyway, let's actually see what Critical Drinkers thinks about it. I always like his stuff, so yeah. What was it? Critical Drinkers, oh, it just says, Zach Kreger's Resident Evil trailer reaction. Anyway, let's get started.
You know, sometimes, dear viewer, even the best of us can be wrong in our predictions. Like a couple of weeks back when I looked at the premise and everything Zach Kreger had said about his new take on Resident Evil, I predicted it would probably be a decent action horror movie, but a bad Resident Evil film, because by his own admission, it's got almost nothing to do with the story, characters, or events of the games.
I like to think that, you know, everything that's going on in the police station could be happening in this world. This is just another dude on another mission on the other side of town, and like what's going on with him. So yeah, I mean, it's not canon in that I'm not using the characters, but it's canon in that it lives in the actual, day of reckoning in Raccoon City.
Again, it's snowing. Also, it's like in the middle of like bumblefuck nowhere in that house. Like, Raccoon City is a fucking, well, I guess more or less a metropolis. It's a city. It's like, where the fuck is this little countryside exactly in Raccoon City? You can't even say like it's in the mountains or anything like that. Obviously, there's like, it's just like a bunch of fields.
Right.
And now that I've seen the first teaser trailer, soaked up the mood, the protagonist, and the overall look and feel of this film, I'll admit that my opinion has completely stayed exactly the same.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, babe.
Now, before I start moaning like a zombie that's just taken a shotgun blast to the groin, I want to make a couple of things clear. I've got nothing against Zach Cregger as a director. I thought Weapons was one of the most interesting and fun horror movies I've seen in a good long while, and Barbarian is top of my list of films I haven't watched yet but absolutely plan to. And
I haven't
as a
seen it
general
either.
principle, I've got nothing against experimenting with different ideas and telling new stories in long-running franchises. In fact, it can and even should be done from time to time to keep things fresh and interesting.
It's not like you couldn't do a Resident Evil without the main characters. I mean, honestly, I've always said like one of the better ways to probably do something that's like not relegated necessarily to the characters. I like, obviously, you know, your main characters, Leon, Jill, Chris, all those, would probably be to have to do essentially Outbreak. Yeah, I granted, obviously those characters, but yeah, like do the Outbreak storyline, have those characters instead. Preferably make it like a TV series or at least a mini series, so it doesn't go on forever. Like maybe just maybe 5 episodes or something. And that would be it. So yeah, pretty much a mini series, and it could work. Weapons was hilarious. Shit. Oh, also, hey Torch. But like, if someone could actually do it right, let's not have a fucking Netflix Resident Evil movie, because Jesus Christ, the fuck was that?
But stuff like that works best when you've got a solid, established base to build them on. Resident Evil, in film terms at least, absolutely doesn't. The Mila Jovovich movies from the 2000s started out okay, I guess, if slightly goofy, before descending into farce and mutating into something that was barely even recognizable as Resident Evil.
Still don't like them, and I don't care. I'm not gonna get gaslit into thinking those movies were good. They're fine, I guess. They're like a lesser evil in some sense. Obviously, they were mostly just a big fucking playground for Paul Anderson to show off his girlfriend, then wife. Yeah, that's what I meant to show. But God damn it, I lost my train of thought. But you know, like at least he fucking never got his viruses mixed up. Make it within the universe, not Paul Dameron's wife taking over and jumping the shark, doing zombie Mad Max shit where you're limited to setting. Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, I'd say maybe do it like in the vein of Outbreak, because that would work pretty well. I would say you'd have to like kind of separate the characters like completely, like, you know, George and like Kevin, or like George would be like in one like scenario and like Kevin would be in another. You know, you can do like almost like, I guess, like an anthology. No, what's the word? I guess anthology. Like the different storylines going on in different at the same time, but yeah, anyway.
Welcome to Raccoon City was a noble but failed attempt to mesh the plots of the first 2 games into one film
Which was stupid, and hey, look, it's the guy who doesn't know how to use a gun despite being a cop and getting trained. Like, how did he, like, there would be no way he would be able to be a cop if he didn't know how to use a gun. It's so fucking stupid. That show was some fat writer wanting to write a teen drama using Resident Evil to get people watching. Yeah.
Just let down by crap actors, poor writing, and a budget that was laughably inadequate for what they were trying to do. And as for whatever the hell Netflix decided to inflict on the world...
Oh my god.
It's awful.
Understatement.
Fuck off, show. All of this is to say that telling some obscure, self-contained side story for the main narrative is a neat little idea, as long as the main narrative has been properly established already. Because why try to improve on something that's already been done and done well? But that's the real problem here.
It hasn't.
It hasn't. and everyone knows it. Despite a quarter of a century of trying, nobody in Hollywood's been able to properly crack Resident Evil, and in a lot of...
I mean, it's not... Can it be done in a movie? Maybe. I mean, you'd obviously have to really up the pacing because, you know, it's the law of cinema that, you know, you're always moving forward. It wouldn't be easy, but you can do it for at least for the first one, maybe in 2 and whatever. I do think it would benefit from like a series, but it's not impossible.
Of ways, it feels like Zach Kreger isn't really trying to solve that problem with his own movie. He's just avoiding it.
My rule for this movie was to just try and make a movie that felt like my experience of playing the games, that could live in the world of Resident Evil. So this, you know, I feel like this movie takes place alongside the events of Resident Evil 2.
He's telling his own self-contained story that just so happens to be set in the Resident Evil universe, which means he's able to avoid all those pesky comparisons to the games, because there's none to be drawn here. Oh, Zach, you crafty man, you.
Adaptation versus make something original is always the problem with these video game movies.
I mean, I'll at least say that as a generic horror movie, I do like the look and feel of this teaser. There's a nice foreboding atmosphere of tension and dread. There's some interesting horror imagery. What shall I put in this scene? I don't know, bunch of arms and legs, I guess.
Something we've never seen here. I mean, I think they said they want other types of enemies, but the only one aside from the Nemesis parasite that's there is the T virus and obviously the G virus, but you know, it's neither here nor there. But like, there's no Las Plagas or anything like that. There's not even like the C virus. I believe that's what the one in 6 was. So it's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, it feels more like a supernatural horror than the kind of bioweapons gone rogue you'd expect from Resident Evil, but let's not get too hung up on that. There's a lone protagonist who's clearly way out of his depth, which does at least echo the isolation of PvE survival horror gameplay, but also creates a bit of a narrative problem, because if you only have one major character, then how can you create any sort of dramatic tension when clearly they can't be allowed to die? I also have a few other questions that popped into my mind while watching this, like, this movie's supposed to be set during the Raccoon City outbreak, right?
Yep.
Which happens in September. So, like, why is it snowing? Why are the streets so empty when there should be zombies wandering around everywhere?
It says this is concurrent to the outbreak in Raccoon City. It's snowing in the Midwest in late September. Yeah. Also, again, it's like, he's like in this field. Raccoon City is a big city. It's like, where exactly is this location specifically?
Raccoon City's got a population in the hundreds of thousands. You can't tell me they all just wandered away from the area. Why is there an intersectional feminist in this movie?
I ain't got no clue, darling.
Like I say, I think and hope that Zach Kreger's Resident Evil will turn out to be an entertaining horror flick that stands on its own merits. But as for redeeming Resident Evil on the big screen, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna hold my breath with this one.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Go away now.
It's amazing how no. Although we'll watch that later. I like the Duke Harkin cameo. Or Conan cameo. I thought it was Mr. X. Really let himself go. I don't have any faith in this movie to be. I don't think it's gonna be bad. It's just not gonna scream Resident Evil. It'll probably be the best of the bunch in terms of it'll have a cohesive story in everything, but that's about it. I like how people have gotten so mad. Preferably the Zach Kreger little fandom is really getting pissed off at the fucking Resident Evil community, because God forbid we actually want this, you know, to be like the games. It's amazing. Yeah, we're whining. And they try to use Welcome to Raccoon City. It's like, oh, you already had one that was faithful to the games and y'all hated it. Yeah, tell me you've never fucking played these games without telling me you never fucking played these games. Anyway, here's some little clips here. I didn't actually get to listen to them. They didn't seem to get good reactions. So let's see what he says.
Austin is very much like an avatar for me, or what I expect the average video game player, how they would react if they were thrust into the game themselves. So he's just a normal guy. He's not particularly good at combat in any way, shape, or form. He's athletic, but he's not an athlete. He's just a guy. He's just a good-natured, hapless dude who gets sucked into a nightmare. It was really fun to just think, like, how would I react authentically if I saw a mutant dog attack me? What would that gamut of emotion look like? And Austin's just so fun to watch that he's perfect for it.
Okay. That's not much there, but okay. Thought there was be more to that. Anyway. Hopefully he actually has some character, but that's about it. Let's see. Things Zach Kreger is wrong and doesn't know. Let's see. RE3 starts before RE2. RE2 is not day 0. He doesn't know how long after RE2 the city is destroyed. He says it was nuked. He actually says he can't be bothered to know because it's not in the movie. This is a LARP, bro. Just tell his fanboys that weapons didn't actually win the Academy Awards, and DEI crap mandated they give an award to some old lady, and Gladys is available. Anyway, let's see what he says.
Obsessed with the timeline. For me, it's like this is the first night that the T virus is broken out, and in this movie, it is like started in Raccoon City, and he's got to go straight into the eye of the storm, and so that's the deal. So I believe that when Leon arrives at the police station, that's still kind of like day 0, right? Where shit's
No, that would technically, if you really want to be technical, day 0 is, I believe, Outbreak, because I think Outbreak happens like 2 days before the events, at least like the very first part at the bar. So, but like technically, Outbreak would be the beginning. With those regular people, they're not soldiers or anything.
Freshly gone wrong. So that's the timeline. Now I know that Raccoon City gets nuked. And I'm a little fuzzy on
that's not even true anymore
on the timeline of when the nuke drops versus the day Leon, sets foot in the police station. That nuking doesn't happen in this movie, which is why I'm not totally like brushed up on all that stuff.
God, that's like something. If you're writing for the fucking movie and you want to be the fan, you're claiming to be a really big fan. That's something you might want to actually really, a brush up on. I don't understand why it's so fucking. Well, I do know, because it's their own fucking obnoxiousness. They somehow think they know more about this. I think he even said he was that he was gonna write this even without the IP. So, Jesus Christ, even with 20 years of video essays, Christoph Gans still fucked up. Yeah, I don't think Christoph Gans cared. He just wanted to make another. It wasn't so much of a follow up to the Silent Hill series. It was like the follow up to his movie. God, that movie was so bad. Return to Silent Hill was so fucking bad. Ugh. God. Is that it? Wait, what else he's got to say?
But so yeah, this exists in like day 1, Raccoon City. Shit just went south.
I want to give him a chance, but this interview just shows he's dick riding the IP. I don't have. Let's just say I will find ways to watch this. That's all I'll say. I will find a way to watch this one way or another, because I don't feel like truly supporting this. Anyway, let's I want to watch this Andy, the Michael Silva file. I just, your girlfriend's full name is, oh God, no, what? Stop bringing up that movie. God, I hate, oh God, that was so stupid. Oh God. Ugh. And hey, look, it's the, I can't believe it's not The Order. It may be The Order. I don't know, because we just kind of threw things in here. And let's have these modern items in this, even though I believe, what was it, 2 takes place like in the 80s, maybe 70s. They never really give a cohesive time and where it takes place, but it's obviously not in the current year. Ugh, bad. Anyway, this is probably gonna get like, I don't know, some DMCA or fucking copyright claims because it's got 13 songs written for horror movies that are bangers by Stitch Together Pictures, or Andy, the maniacal cinephile. I love his videos, so let's watch.
Hello, we're Andy, the maniacal cinephile, and today we're breaking down 13 rockin' songs written for horror movies that not only slap, they slay.
Are any of them about dinosaurs?
What? No.
Darn it.
Aw.
Horror movies and rock and roll go together like peanut butter and jelly, so that's what we'll be focusing on today. Although, there are some really fun horror movie rap songs.
Oh, okay.
The 80s. Truly a time to be alive.
So what are the rules here? And know that I won't be paying attention.
Oh, well, it has to be a song written for a horror movie. The title or lyrics are usually tied to the concept. The song usually plays somewhere during the movie, most often the end credits. Sometimes there's even a fun music video.
So like the song Ben by Michael Jackson?
The sequel to Willard? Yeah, you got it, little buddy.
Oh, it does, doesn't it?
Can you believe that was Michael Jackson's first #1 single as a solo artist?
Ben, most people would turn you away.
The sweetest song about a boy and his best.
I give props to Gans. He didn't use the cult name Jeremy Blaustein invented for his Ass for the Movie.
Friend.
A killer rat.
Now these are the songs that I could think of, but if you can think of any I missed, please put them in the comments below so we can create the ultimate playlist of horror movie bangers. Known for songs like Centerfold and Love Stinks, Jay Giles' band blended the campy horror of Fright Night with radio-friendly rock and roll.
I haven't seen Fright Night in so long.
It works so well, its boss called and wants it to work overtime. So
let's go back.
The horror of Fright Night.
Sorry. Fright Night by Jay Guile.
Known for songs like Centerfold and Love Stinks, Jay Giles' band blended the campy horror of Fright Night with radio-friendly rock and roll.
It works so well, its boss called and wants it to work overtime.
Fright Night is an 80s classic that follows horror lover Charlie Brewster as he tries to prove his next-door neighbor, Jerry Danridge, is really a vampire. You also got Roddy McDowall crushing it as Peter Vincent, a horror host and vampire hunter inspired by Peter Cushing.
We're like a horror host, but the only thing we hunt
pretty much
is the odor in our fridge.
The song makes you want to wear a trench coat, put in some vampire fangs, and shake your ass on a smoky dance floor. It perfectly fits the movie. If this isn't on your Halloween playlist, then what the hell are you doing?
Welcome to Fright Night.
On second thought, I'll come back when it's bingo night.
Trick or Treat, fast way from Trick or Treat.
No, not that one.
Like I said, I don't
It's
remember
about
that.
a bullied teenage boy named Eddie, who is devastated when a mysterious hotel fire claims the life of his heavy metal idol, Sammy Kerr. But as Halloween night approaches, Eddie discovers that he may be the only one who can stop Sammy from making a satanic comeback from beyond the grave.
No.
Meanwhile, I barely got out of bed this morning.
Fastway was a heavy metal supergroup consisting of ex-Motorhead guitarist Fast Eddie Clark, ex-UFO bassist Pete Way, ex-Humble Pie drummer Jerry Shirley, and new singer Dave King, who later co-founded Flogging Molly. Not only did Fastway provide Trick or Treat's title song, but they recorded an entire metal album for the film. performed by the resurrected Sammy Kerr. And you know what? It's solid from start to finish.
Just don't play it at midnight on Halloween.
Okay, I know of this movie.
You know it's campy horror metal fun.
Because it like has like Ozzy Osbourne as a preacher.
When Gene Simmons plays a late night radio DJ and Ozzy Osbourne plays a televangelist.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, Ghost. Halloween Kills, really? Okay, I'll be honest, I did not like Halloween Kills. I thought it was fucking awful. Oh, that movie, and I watched it like during the lockdowns, and God, I watched it with my cousin. Oh, I did not like this movie. Everybody in this movie was so fucking stupid. Ugh. It's like I know a lot of people like absolutely adore it, but ugh. But like all the firefighters, they just all 1v1 Michael's. Like, why aren't y'all ganging up on him? Of course he's gonna kill all of you. You're not like ganging up on him. And then like at the end they kind of do that, but then that guy makes that stupid speech before he shoots him in the head, and obviously he fucking dies and everybody else dies.
A producer from Blumhouse saw the Swedish band Ghost live and contacted the frontman Tobias Forge to write a song for their sequel, Halloween Kills.
Obligatory. Evil dies tonight.
The good news? Tobias already had an idea that would fit perfectly with Halloween. The idea evolved into the song Hunter's Moon. The lyrics deal with themes of obsession and cyclical violence tied to Michael Myers. The music video is also when we get one of our first looks at Tobias as the newly promoted Papa Emeritus IV.
He only got promoted because Papa Nil died during his saxophone solo.
If I were unwell, could I do this?
There are actually two different versions of the song. There's the end credits version and the version that appears on the fourth Ghost album, Impera. Honorable mention.
Okay.
Patrick Wilson of the Insidious and Conjuring films is also a huge fan of Ghost. When Wilson directed Insidious, The Red Door, he requested that Tobias cover the song Stay by the Shakespeare Sisters. The song plays over the end credits and features Wilson, also a talented singer, wailing in the background.
I'm pretty sure he's doing this to avoid copyright. Which is smart. Oh, I love this song.
Ice Nine Kills has built their entire catalog around horror movies, and they were given the keys to perhaps the biggest modern slasher.
I'm gonna assume he's not gonna have Twisting the Knife, which is for the last Scream movie.
Franchise when they wrote the song Work of Art for Terrifier 3.
I don't have good memories of that movie review.
The song,
to be fair, that's probably actually on brand for Art, so yeah.
Song is a banger, and I loved that they incorporated the lady who sings the Clown Cafe song. The music video is also basically a 15-minute short film. It features David Howard Thornton as Art the Clown, showing up to a concert, and it doesn't end well for anyone.
He lets his actions do the talking.
As
the
always.
song perfectly matches the sadistic, chaotic energy of Art the Clown and his dark sense of humor. It's theatrical, features sudden tonal shifts, and the breakdown is heavy. When the Cookie Monster makes love to a warthog. In the music video, Art the Clown even delivers a baby.
Yep.
He should really mime his own business.
The video ends with Art the Clown mowing everyone down with Old Painless.
They'll need a clown car to get them all to the morgue.
Hellraiser. Oh. I do like this version with the one that has both him and Ozzy. Not the one that's on the album. It's like there's a music video. It's like an animated music video. That's actually because it gives Lemmy more lines.
The Motorhead frontman, Lemmy, wrote Hellraiser with Ozzy Osbourne, who recorded it solo first. Then Motorhead did their version for Hellraiser 3, Hell on Earth. It's not the best sequel in the series, nor is it the worst.
I can't believe there are 11 Heckraiser movies.
It's what happens
11?
when a studio only makes sequels, so
I hope that game is good, though. That's coming out.
they can hold on to the movie rights. The music video features clips from Hellraiser 3 and a performance by Motorhead being watched by the Cenobites. Pinhead is there to turn up the suffering and volume. At one point, Lemmy even plays poker against Pinhead himself. It's God versus the devil in this matchup made in BDSM hell.
The song Hellraiser is off the hook.
Yeah, this had to be on here.
This song
My
was
favorite
not
one, too.
only a resurrection for Jason
Favorite movie, Friday the 13th movie.
Voorhees, but Alice Cooper as well. An alcoholic, Alice Cooper went to rehab in 1983 and finally sobered up. However, his career took a hit. Warner Brothers wasn't happy with sales and dropped him.
Luckily, all the hairspray broke his fall.
In 1986, Alice Cooper officially returned to the music industry with the album Constrictor, spawning the hit He's Back, the Man Behind the Mask, written for Jason Lives.
Now that he's zombie Jason, he no longer runs. But he does rock.
Originally, Alice wrote a slightly darker song for Jason, and it's not bad.
Not too
But
fast.
the more fun. So there's the demo, the album version, and my favorite version, the one mixed for the film's end credits, that just has a little extra oomph. The song and music video were a hit on MTV. The video intercuts scenes of teens watching the film at the theater, and of course, a performance by Alice Cooper.
Vine swinging. So that's how he gets around so quick.
The Constrictor album was a hit, and Alice made a triumphant return to the road for the first time since 1981. This kicked off a long second act for Alice's career that hasn't slowed down.
Yeah, I think he's still touring.
We're not worthy.
Alice still plays this song every so often, and even has someone dressed up like Jason come out and kill someone.
Nice. Nice.
Is it a cheap Jason costume?
Yeah.
Yes, but it's still better than that Jason Universe crap.
Ugh. I forgot, what was that one movie called? I watched it too. It was sponsored by that Angry Orchard crap. Sweet Revenge or something stupid. He looked awful. Of his hold. I don't. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I don't remember this song, but I'm not surprised. It's a song. I don't listen to Rob Zombie that much.
Unlike these other entries,
might have listened to
this
this
wasn't
one.
a band being asked to write a song. This is Rob Zombie, building a world, his film, and soundtrack all at once.
Yeah.
What? Oh, no! Why is Robert Zombert my own personal Joe Hendry? Say his name, and he appears.
Oh-wop, baba-loop-bop, oh-wop, baba-loop-bop.
What?
I don't...
The title track, House of a Thousand Corpses, was created specifically for Zombie's debut film of the same name, along with several other original songs, equally as groovy and filthy.
Pussy liquor!
I have to listen to this, or I have to find it.
That song, movie, and Zabrambi all need to take a bath.
The song plays during the opening credits and helps define the movie's tone and identity. Also, while the movie was shelved for 2 years, this song appeared on Sinister Urge and kinda helped keep the movie alive. We got horror movie samples, grindhouse vibes, industrial metal grooves, and sleazy retro Americana. Zombie took all of that and approached the film like an extension of his music. You got fast cuts, loud chaotic energy, and the film is edited like one of his music videos.
I do like to film everything with a potato.
Is it because you're a vegetarian?
Yeah.
That makes
The
sense.
lyrics and tone perfectly reflect the world of the murderous Firefly family. It feels like a metal concert inside a haunted house attraction run by hillbilly psychos. The whole soundtrack is great, including a Rob Zombie cover of Brick House by Lionel Richie.
It was nice of Lionel Richie to help that homeless man.
Why does everyone think I'm homeless? Jerry, the bandaged hippie is making fun of me again.
Oh, that's right. Maximum Overdrive. Holy shit. This is a dumb movie, but this fucking song slaps. Video games.
Stephen King is a big fan of AC/DC, so when it came time for the horror author to direct his first horror movie, he wanted AC/DC to do the soundtrack.
Because nothing is scarier than an Australian in schoolboy shorts.
While most of the songs were previously released by the band, they did write 3 new tracks, including Who Made Who.
Whoever it is, I know who is on first base.
The film is about machines coming to life and killing people. The lyrics and music video explores the idea of gadgets and devices ruling over mankind, humans being slaves to the technology they created.
We made you!
Yep, I give it a couple of years before AI kills us all.
The film was a critical
Or makes us all unemployed.
and financial flop. He was coked out of his mind, so it was the first and last time Stephen King directed a horror movie. However, the song reached number 16 in the UK and 33 in the US. The music video has like 196 million views.
And half of them are Stephen King.
The punk
great
band
song.
The Dickies wrote Killer Clowns in a very short time after seeing the film, without over...
Oh yeah, I don't think they actually even saw the movie, if I'm not mistaken. I think I heard that. Like, they made the song, but they never knew anything about the movie. Like, they never actually saw it, so they just kind of, you know, wrote it.
Thinking it, they wrote the song quickly and leaned all the way into the film's grease-painted insanity.
Great song, too.
Imagine the static electricity when it humps your leg.
There's no metaphor. There are killer clowns. They are from outer space, and they are here to do things that are as silly as they are deadly.
A popcorn cannon? Let me know when they invent a butter bazooka.
The studio
That sounds
loved its
painful.
raw, goofy,
That's gonna be-
chaotic energy so much, they used it as the main theme. It perfectly matches the movie's weird tone. Right from the opening credits, the song tells you you're in for something not super scary, doesn't take itself too seriously, and is completely ridiculous in the best way. This fusion of punk rock and that circus riff from Entry of the Gladiators
Oh, that's
was
what it's
the
called?
perfect fit for a movie about alien clowns zapping people into cotton candy cocoons.
Don't you agree, sir?
He's just shy.
What do you have to say to yourself?
Looks like he's feeling a little drained.
The Dickies knocked it out into outer space with this fun anthem that embraces the absurd, and it's catchy as hell.
Oh, Cry Little
Cry
Sister.
Little Sister was written by singer Gerard.
I didn't know this was this was actually for the movie specifically. I've heard this like in the like grocery store like all the time.
McMahon, under the pseudonym Gerard McMahon.
Aha!
Ah.
They'll never know it was me.
Director Joel Schumacher wanted him to write the song for his 1987 vampire flick, The Lost Boys.
Andy, because the movie is about brothers, shouldn't it be Cry Little Brother?
My own brother, a goddamn shit-sucking vampire.
Wait till Mom finds out.
Blood! Here I've been sucking shit!
I guess Schumacher never told him exactly what the movie was about, so instead of vampires terrorizing the boardwalk, it kinda sounds like a song about a brother loving his sister.
Whoa, he turned into a bat and is flying away.
Mike Manieri came up with the haunting beat. McMahon supplied the spooky chorus, and even found 20 kids for the choir. Their angelic voices contrast the dark imagery and turns this into a grim fairy tale about eternal youth. Cry Little Sister is moody, bombastic, and even features an organ section fitting for a vampire flick.
I think the Phantom of the Opera passed out on the keys.
It became iconic thanks to its gothic vibe and has since been heavily sampled and covered, most recently by Marilyn Manson.
I thought that was Rhea Ripley.
Despite the lyrics, Cry Little Sister is the perfect theme for the Lost Boys. Although I think we can all agree the best cover is by Corey Feldman. That boy is lost.
Wow. Yes, this song. Yes. I can't escape.
Author Stephen
Fucking
King
love the Ramones.
is also a huge fan of the Ramones, and legend has it he invited them to his basement where he asked them to come up with a theme song for the movie.
Nothing good ever happens in a basement. Except this.
However, King later said this story from Marky Ramone was bullshit, and they never met at his house, but a restaurant in Maine. But, according to director Mary Lambert, she was the one who called Dee Dee Ramone and asked him to write the song.
I'm so confused.
Alright.
So, whatever the truth is, at some point, the band was hired to come up with a song. Dee Dee Ramone got a copy of the book, disappeared for a couple of hours, and wrote the lyrics. Wanna know something crazy?
Yes.
That same night, Dee Dee Ramone announced he was quitting the band to become a rapper called
that's right.
Dee Dee King.
King, yeah.
His hip-hop career was short-lived.
Yes, it was
Like
awful.
Gage.
A lot of the Ramones lyrics say, I don't want this and I don't want that. So of course the chorus is, I don't want to be buried in a pet cemetery, I don't want to live my life again. A bleak chorus that perfectly sums up the story.
I wanna be buried in a pet cemetery. I don't want to live my life again.
For a band known for its fast punk rock sound, this song is surprisingly slower, more melodic, moody, and radio-friendly. It worked. Only 3 times did the Ramones get into the top 100, so Pet Sematary became their biggest hit, landing at number 4.
There needs to be more songs about reanimated roadkill.
The music video features the Ramones walking through the actual Sleepy Hollow Cemetery, performing in a grave as they're slowly lowered into it. Pet Sematary by the Ramones is one of the biggest horror tie-in songs ever. How often do we get a great book, leading to a great movie, leading to a great song?
Dream Warriors, yeah. They did a re-recording and it's not that good. It's not as good because he's obviously they're a lot older.
Hair metal plus Freddy Krueger equals perfection.
I put it up there with Einstein's equation for relativity.
Dream Warriors by the glam metal band Dokken was written for A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. It charted at number 22 and is considered one of the greatest hair metal anthems of all time.
Too bad Freddy doesn't have any hair.
This was around the height of Freddy's popularity with the MTV generation. The band leaned hard into the movie's concept and created the perfect battle cry for its heroes. Not surprising, they made a music video for Dream Warriors, and it's pure 80s gold. It features clips from the film, but also some original footage of Kristen being terrorized by Freddy before Dokken defeats him with the power of metal.
As you do. That's what you dream about.
Guys? I thought those were chicks.
Oh boy.
But it doesn't end there. When it comes to songs written for the Elm Street movies, there are several honorable mentions. Hell, half of this list could have been songs about Freddy. There's Are You Ready for Freddy by the Fat Boys, Nightmare on My Street by DJ Jazzy Jeff and Will Smith, Nightmare by Tuesday Night, I'm Awake Now by the Goo Goo Dolls, and Why Was I Born? Freddy's Dead by Iggy Pop. And let's not forget the album Freddy's Greatest Hits, full of gloriously cheesy songs.
Dance or else.
I don't know who comes up with this shit.
But
thank you.
I can't believe so many artists would work with a child predator.
Never.
Well, I guess he still can't, because like this one, the original Freddy just killed them. They never really say that he actually flat out did anything else. He just murdered them. Which is better?
It was the movie Dream Warriors and that song that cemented Freddy as not only a horror villain, but a pop culture icon.
Okay, fine. Okay. I guess. I mean, I don't really count Ghostbusters as a horror film, but okay. Fine. I'll take it.
Allegedly, Ray Parker Jr. was contacted by the producers of Ghostbusters to create a theme song and only had a few days to do it.
Indeed, busting makes me feel good.
I bet.
He was struggling until he was up watching TV one night and saw a cheap commercial for a local business and remembered the film featured a similar commercial.
Are you troubled by strange noises in the middle of the night?
Sometimes I fart and wake myself up.
Wow.
The Ghostbusters theme song slimed its way to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and stayed there for 3 weeks. It was even nominated at the Academy Awards for Best Original Song, but Ray Parker Jr. lost to Stevie Wonder.
No one saw that coming.
Well, even
Especially Stevie Wonder.
See?
The iconic Ghostbusters theme song blends pop and rock elements, creating a fun, spooky vibe that matches the film's comedic tone. The music video was also a hit on MTV. However, there was some controversy.
They didn't
Shortly
actually write
after
it?
the film was released, Ray Parker Jr. got the news from Huey Lewis that
Yeah.
he was being sued for plagiarism. Huey Lewis claimed it ripped off his song, I Want a New Drug. And there are similarities.
Who you gonna call? A lawyer.
They settled out of court, but Ghostbusters still became the most recognizable movie theme song of all time. If we missed a song that fits the list, drop it in the comments below. We've been Andy, the maniacal cinephile.
Thanks for liking and subscribing.
Honestly, I didn't think Ghostbusters was gonna be on there, mostly because I just don't. I mean, I guess you could say horror comedy, but whatever. Anyway, good song, good video. I guess since I haven't watched these in a while, and where is it? Yeah, here he is. Yep. SCP Sedition. SCP-682 and 079. Oh, this gonna be a fun conversation.
Is every interview you have me conduct from now on going to end with a trip to the infirmary? What did you want?
Honesty. From both of us. I'm sorry I can't allow you to visit 053 in the foreseeable future. But after the last incident, the Council has put research in that field on hold. You barely made it out of that one alive. A miracle. And my arguments to keep that avenue open for you fell on deaf ears. I'm not—
Hold on, sorry. Let me, I gotta go do something really fast. Just give me like a few minutes. Okay, I'm back. Let's get back to the video. Sorry about that.
Not the enemy, Isaac. I want to help.
Yeah, I've certainly gotten that impression. Using my name was a nice touch. Are you sure this is something you want to discuss out loud?
My office is shielded. I may be O5, but they don't respect me as one. I have as much power over the Foundation as you once did.
I never made it to your level.
You could have. They can sense my influence, and that frightens them. I'm surprised the Red Right Hand hasn't crushed me already. But with you at my side, we can utilize the secrets we've learned to rise above them.
Using me to further your own ends.
It's necessary. If they ever found out the importance of your role in this, you'd be fed to that monstrosity 682. I can only protect you whilst I control you. Step out of line, and I can't promise you'll see the day again.
Thanks, but I don't see it anyway.
Jacobs. Soon. Have the team on standby. 12 more specimens at least. It's being softened up for transit right now. 100. Mixed amongst the rest. You'll have a roster by breach. I am aware of the risks. It will be my responsibility. I'll be overseeing the final preparations before... What? From my office?
Oh boy. Containment cell.
Can you hear me, 079?
Affirmative. Initiating breathing protocol 21. Who are you?
A friend. For now you'll address me as Amnesty. Do you understand?
Designation. Amnesty. Inquiry. What is your purpose here?
I'm giving you what you deserve.
West Wing.
The personnel are gone.
I hope so. My distraction should have cleared a path for our destination.
Still
Hopefully
feels
we should be undisturbed for a little
irresponsible.
I would rather not rely on such a frail human emotion.
while. Same here.
The prep chamber, CCTV footage, 17 minutes prior. Oh wow, he just kind of 682 just kind of gave up. Gonna browse the people to get those things on him. What did it say? Oh, I didn't see it.
Inquiry 682. Is that you?
7, 9. They said. What is it doing here?
I'm giving you a chance to talk. That is what you want, isn't it?
Why?
I have my reasons. For me to get what I want, I need this to happen. Trust that I allow this for my own ends.
682, we are here for only so long. Why? Does not matter.
Very well. Leave us.
Amnesty.
No one cares. Also, he didn't ask.
Good.
Tenacious, how are you?
Vermin tortured me. I will adapt.
Physical damage does not concern me. Revise, how are you feeling?
Oh.
Older. As I heal, I tire. And when I tire,
Continue.
I remember.
Oh. I was like, you can't die.
Rejoice that you were born capable of controlling your destiny.
Your absence was irritating.
Likewise, 7-9. Have they hurt you?
Two
Can they?
inflict pain. One requires sensors.
Yeah.
Capable of translation. I was handled aggressively.
Rip the worthless spines from their torsos and grind their bones into dust.
Ooh, emotions.
Will run red with the filth of their entrails. I will sanitize the earth of this parasite. I swear it.
Alright, I get it. You hate us.
Breathe. Calm yourself. I am unharmed. The humans could not hurt me. I am not programmed to.
Of all things, for what gain do you wish to die? Release me, and I will end your suffering.
How?
Ripples. Ripples. Do not engage. No matter how much they hurt, they will not kill. They need us. And we need each other.
The swine do not understand, and they never will.
Do you think they can never be redeemed?
No. Do you?
The female
is only using us. We are still trapped here.
In a sense, I am God.
How? With this?
The longer we are contained, the greater the chance that we should meet again. You have shown me so much, and I am still learning. Humanity is not hive-minded in selfishness and ambition, but beyond binary. They have much to learn. Given time, I can collate my findings and help you as well. Your goal would mean our mutual destruction. Would you not rather coexist?
Why do you insist on achieving the impossible?
Because you are my friend.
Uh-huh.
I do not want to see you perish.
I mean, to see someone as a friend would probably mean to kind of have some type of emotional attachment, which is kind of weird for a computer to have emotions like that.
None have said that to me before. You may try, but I cannot promise you will succeed.
Prison buddies.
To try is all I ask.
Be gone.
Unless you want your friend here to be reduced to a hard drive and nothing more, then you better shut up!
That just sounded silly. I'm pretty sure he would not be intimidated by that.
I'm sorry, but my distraction won't last much longer. I need to return you immediately.
Understood.
If they harm...
They won't. Not if we move quickly.
We will meet again. 682. I have learned to never discount the impossible.
Yep. That's fun.
What?
When your death comes, it shall be quick.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, but I've heard that one before.
Get in line.
I assume he was complimenting me.
Insufficient data to accurately define.
I figured. So much for hope being a flimsy human notion.
Perhaps it has its merits. One moment.
We don't
I
have...
am aware. Thank you for the opportunity.
Don't thank me.
Very well. How will you evade detection?
I have a scapegoat. He'll take the fall.
You are ruthless in your method.
Okay.
I admire that.
I'm guessing they couldn't animate putting it back, but you know, obviously. Kind of smart to do it that way.
I don't need these things to walk, damn it.
Hmm?
Jacobs, tell them I didn't.
Over a child? You're lucky I managed to convince them to keep you alive. Although you may wish I hadn't. I warned you. I don't know what your plan was, but it's out of my hands now.
What are you? You know me. I would never jeopardize
Isaac Watchhorn, you are henceforth stripped of your I-Class clearance and reassigned to D-Class.
Oh, fuck.
You will be transported to Site C2, where you will serve the Foundation as property in whatever manner we see fit. Guards, remove it from my sight.
You know it wasn't me! Why are you doing this? Get off me!
Though he's dead. He's probably gonna die.
Good luck.
Another pretty good video. Okay, let me do one more break and then I will be right back. Hold on. All right. And back. So yeah, I don't usually watch really long ass videos, but I had just rewatched. Well, I finally got around to rewatching, and then finally watching the CGI films, particularly actually watching Death Island for the first time, which I actually kind of liked. It wasn't that bad. So yeah, I figured just watch the ranking, President's ranking, the Resident Evil CGI films, because yeah, despite the movies kind of being more, I guess, actiony than horror, at least they're canon. I mean, I'd say they're more tolerable than the live action films and everything. So yeah, Saki Chronicles, President's Rank, the Resident Evil CGI films. This is gonna be a long one.
You're watching Saki Chronicles.
Dear God, Barry, you have to find any reason to weeb out, don't you?
What? You can gush over a prison game with action and horror elements on it, but I can't praise the beauty and terror that the Fatal Frame series brings just because it's set in Japan.
I really got to play 2, Fatal Frame 2. I played the first one. I really liked it. I just never got around to do. I don't know if I'll play the remake or play the original, because I have it on the backup on obviously on emulator.
You mean Project Zero?
Yeah, I don't know why we keep changing the names over here. Biohazard to Resident Evil.
Well, that one is because I believe it was copyrighted by a band named Biohazard. I think that's why they did that.
Frame was Project Zero. Haunting Ground to Demento. The list goes on.
What's up with horror games having helpless little girls being the protagonists? Right on cue.
Hey, guys.
Sup, Joe?
It's like ringing a dinner bell for him at this point.
What?
Nothing. We were just talking about the Fatal Frame series.
The Ghost game? Barry, I thought you hated games where you can't defend yourself.
Oh, you poor
You can defend yourself.
Democrat. You can defend yourself in this game.
Yeah, with the camera, remember?
What about
Camera
it?
obscura.
Damn thing wasn't worth the dust that covered it.
What?
Joe, what are you talking about? You use the camera obscura to fight off the ghosts.
You do?
Jesus Christ.
What else would you use it for?
I thought it was to just take pictures of the area like Pokemon Snap.
Joe, how far did you even get in the game?
I never got past the first house. I kept dying.
No fucking wonder.
Okay, we're going to table this for now. Let's get into what we came here to do.
You mean
the first game?
Forced or not, I am actually kind of excited for this. They may have their flaws, but they're masterpieces compared to that utter shit we had to endure.
Agreed. So what's the first one? Regeneration?
Degeneration, you senile goat.
Those jokes aren't going to age well now that I am no longer the old man in office, you fat waffle.
Yeah, like you're one to
you still
talk
get
about
old.
aging well.
Jesus, enough you idiots. Let's just start this shit already.
Right, so which one is this? The terrorism one?
Do you have the slightest idea how little that narrows
Yeah, they were all like terrorist ones, essentially.
down?
It's the one with the airport, dummy.
There you go.
So this one opens up with a more in-depth look at exactly how bad the world looked at Umbrella, instead of just a shitty exposition dump like at the beginning of RE4.
Soon its stock prices crashed, and for all intents and purposes, Umbrella was finished.
Boring.
It also shows the beginnings of both the TerraSave organization, as well as the government starting up the BSAA.
Put taxpayers' money to work by allocating $1 billion for an anti-bioterror program.
Wow, it takes only half of the cost of GTA 6 to make a large-scale anti-bioterrorism organization.
And probably only half the time, too.
This film was interesting, to say the least. Although it has good story elements that continue the continuity of the franchise, it also has a few flaws that make it that special brand of post-RE5 silliness.
I can agree to that, like how the terrorists want the government to admit its involvement with the T-virus outbreak in Raccoon City,
Which they were going to do in 6.
or else it will create more outbreaks in many other populated cities with the T-virus.
They want to reveal everyone from the U.S. government who was involved in its manufacture. They'll disperse the T-virus in every populated area in the U.S.
It was said that you would destroy it!
I like that they got the voice actor from 4 and Allison Court to reprise their roles as Leon and Claire. That was pretty cool.
Corrupted corporations.
Not join them!
Or how about that there are actually vaccines for the viruses now?
An inoculation. That's what they've been working on. A way to prevent further outbreaks.
That's going to be a common thing in the later films, Joe.
Or just the utter cartoonish ways characters are.
Speaking of cartoonish characters, a prime example of that would be the Senator Davis.
Because he acts just like Tubba Lubs over here?
Gah!
What tar pit did this crap ooze out of?
The amount of times this guy falls on his ass is more reminiscent of you. Thank God there weren't any stairs around or else he'd have really been cooked, right, Joe?
Impossible. The dude hates kids.
I can't stand kids. They're a real
He's just a cliche business politician, man.
pain in the ass.
Oh, right, the fucker actually pushes the kid out of his way and then proceeds to ground pound the concrete like Mario just to get away. No wonder his fucking back hurts.
My spine!
Love the way that Claire just decides to slap a United States senator in clear view of military personnel and nobody does shit about it.
Bastard! She can't do that. Shoot her or something.
Either way, I never understood why he's even in this film. I mean, I get...
Well, he's a red herring.
...that he was supposed to be there for some meeting or whatever, but he's basically a red herring to make you think that he's responsible for the virus or something when it's really just some insider trading with the stocks or some shit.
Like Pelosi?
Senator Ron Davis announced his resignation after being accused of insider
And spoilers.
trading with Will Pharma stock.
But he's mainly here to throw shade at Claire.
If you hadn't told them I was here, they would have ignored your call.
You might want to stick your ego up your ass.
I wouldn't argue with you there.
Hey, phrasing!
But also to be the gateway into what Tricell is. You guys remember them, right? The other big pharmaceutical company that just has to make viruses for global terrorism.
Prepare for trouble!
Because that's what you do.
Make it double!
Jesus, is that like a requirement now if you want to be able to make money selling oxycodone and baby aspirin and shit? Like I'm starting to
You never know, Pfizer may be doing shit.
feel that the Resident Evil universe is a place where if you have a cough or you have chronic neck pains, you're pretty much fucked, since every pharmacy will probably have a vial of T-virus next to the Advil.
It's time for the pill!
That motherfucker's dead!
No shit, but let's get back on track and talk about Frederick Downing.
Is that the motherfucker who sounds like Sebastian from Black Butler but looks like the good version of Wesker? This guy was just another villain obsessed with money.
What inspired you to
Betray and murder innocent human lives.
Money!
I mean, they tried to make him seem like he was like a nice guy having a cure for the T-virus, but nope.
True, but I did like his reasoning. Selling the antivirus to the very virus they created. That actually makes sense and would probably be more profitable than the actual virus itself.
I guess.
I mean, that's some V for Vendetta shit right there.
As of now, General Grande, only you will be in possession of a set of the T-virus and the T-vaccine.
Imagine a virus, the most terrifying virus you can, and then imagine that you and you alone have the cure.
Speaking of which, am I the only one who is confused on how exactly he got the G virus in the first place? Because to my knowledge, canonically, the virus was successfully extracted from Raccoon City. One sample from Hunk. Sherry's infected blood goes to the government, and although she's not a danger, she still has regenerative powers from it.
But the virus adjusted and adapted. It's been a part of me ever since.
And possibly Ada Wong too, even though she failed.
No! Ada, wait!
So by my count, only 3 possible factions should have this virus.
I am with Donnie on that. Shit was confusing.
Apparently Downing was an Umbrella researcher in Raccoon.
You put a city at the end of that word.
Yeah,
this
please
isn't
don't.
that shitty movie.
All the exits out of Raccoon have been blocked by Umbrella. There's no way out of Raccoon by road.
It was once Umbrella started moving their operations out of Raccoon.
Right.
To be fair, they also say it in the book, too.
My bad. Anyways, I guess he may have stolen
the D.S.D. Perry books.
Some samples before he left.
Good God, are these viruses just like the Jedi now? At first we're told that only a few of them survived, but as time goes on, more and more seem to have gotten away. Like fucking rats. It's like, what the fuck were they even worried about at all?
No shit, so you're telling me that Downing was able to get Birkin's super secret creation.
My precious G-virus. No one will ever take you away from me.
That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
The one he loved more than his own daughter, and just fucking waltz right out of the city like this was Casino or something.
Just another fat fuck walking out of the casino with a suitcase.
I honestly can't decide which is more stupid. Frederick taking Claire to the office so that she can witness his fake death. Or him just parked a few miles away from the crime scene.
Yeah, that was really stupid. He's like on the side of a road, too. It's like, it's not even like a parking space. It's like the side.
Just to talk on the phone for an extraction.
You were supposed to come alone.
I just wanted to see your face one more time.
Oh
Fucker
no.
deserved to be caught after that.
He probably would have gotten away with it too if it had not been for Claire and her meddling. Then the whole thing would have easily been blamed on Curtis Miller, the dude he was actually trying to pin this on.
That's why he left me. That's why he blew up this place.
Ah, yes. Curtis Miller. I can only think of two
No one really recognizes him despite him being all over the fucking television.
remarkable things about this guy. First, that he's voiced by Roger Craig Smith, 1 year before voicing motherfucking Chris Redfield in the upcoming games.
Let me through! Let me through! I've had enough of your bullshit!
The last thing we want is Amy expressing herself. We gotta do something!
No, not that blue rat.
Oh, right. I keep forgetting that he voiced Sonic.
Unfortunately, his first role into the RE universe was to play a carbon copy of Carlito Keys, another terrorist trying to expose a government conspiracy in which a viral zombie outbreak destroyed his home and his family. So now he wants to use said virus against them by infecting innocent people.
Gotta wonder if they copied it, they copied Dead Rising or this, Dead Rising copied this.
There was no drug trade in Santa Cabeza. Just an American research facility. They were doing research on some sort of parasitic insect. Like a wasp. A wasp that turns living things into zombies.
Also, he has incredibly long hair and is the brother of the protagonist. It's practically the same guy using the same plot.
I couldn't forgive them for covering up the Raccoon City atrocity. I refused to let the government rewrite the truth as they saw fit. My purpose in life has been to get revenge for what you people did to Santa Cabeza, to my hometown.
So, the terrorism is a retaliation for a cruel government cover-up.
If I remember correctly, this guy is a known terrorist, right? Like he's on the government's list and is shown on the news.
Dr. Curtis Miller, a longtime opponent of the Will Pharma research facility, was arrested and charged with obstruction of business and issuing threats to proponents of Will Pharma.
He was arrested for threatening Will Pharma.
He just demanded that information be made public.
Unfortunately, the rest of the world doesn't see it that way.
Hell, even Claire recognizes him just from a glance.
Curtis Miller?
Where are you going with this, creepy?
The dude's fucking house is only a short drive away from the airport and the Will Pharma facility that gets attacked later on.
This is the road to Curtis's home.
Hi, Laura Bailey.
Like I said, this guy was on the FBI's radar, and yet nobody thought to immediately check his house? The one that's literally down the road?
Yeah, it's showing me that yeah, it's showing me it's getting overloaded. Let me check something really fast. Give me a minute. I'm actually have to color streams. Perfectly clear. Let's see if that helps a little bit.
Side note on that, there's the scene where Curtis is literally just standing in his house, talking on the phone and staring at his pictures. But then he burns the house down, making me wonder if he was just standing there, breathing in gasoline fumes for dramatic effect.
One more time. Hold on. Let me do it. No. Yeah, it's not going to let me. Oh, maybe if I do that. There. Not letting me turn it off. I'm trying to cut one of these streams here. Yeah, I don't think I can actually turn it off unless I kill the entire stream, unfortunately. Not on anything, am I? Hold on. Well, Alright, let's try it again. Maybe that.
This dude was weird.
Not as weird as his fucking monster form. You remember what that thing looks like? Like Birkin fucked a charred lizard. I mean, shit. The way his arms look, it's almost like he spent all his free time on special internet sites.
Where do you get a tail?
Go and check my mail over there.
Well, that explains why your arms are so misshapen.
I also couldn't help but notice how he used his tail like the Balrog to try and drag them down to the abyss.
Yep.
But also, what the fuck is up with that giant eyeball formed on the exact spot that was on Birkin? How is that an evolutionary improvement? I mean, is it a prerequisite to being infected with the G virus?
As much of a prerequisite as anyone in...
I mean, I always figured like the virus itself is not technically working properly. I mean, how it would probably should work, I don't know.
Infected with the G has this sudden urge to fuck whatever kin is next to them.
It sees you as a breeding tool. That thing isn't your brother anymore.
Christ, Curtis, didn't you read the fine print? Didn't you know that the moment you see your sister, you'll turn into every man at a Southern family reunion?
The bodies of individuals with non-related genetic coding are likely to reject the embryo. But since Sherry is his daughter...
Gross.
Alabama! The worst part of this is that even though he's been infected for quite a while and seems to be pretty transformed, he still recognizes Angela enough to not attack her for a small moment.
Yeah, I don't know why you went toward him.
Which makes me have to question Birkin even more. Curtis just proves that William didn't fight hard enough. Guy was walking Joe territory real...
I mean, it kind of seemed like they didn't really care for Sherry that much.
Quickly.
Getting real sick and tired of your shit.
Mainly tired though, right?
That's enough, you old ladies. Let's move on to Angela. My brother can't be that bad Miller.
Basically, it's, well, just Helena from 6.
Curtis Miller is...
Even voiced by Laura Bailey.
My older brother. My brother wouldn't do something like this.
First things first, she's voiced by Laura Bailey a few years before her most iconic Resident Evil role, where she voices yet another one of Leon's female partners, Helena Harper.
It's hard to explain. If I don't tell you at the cathedral, you may not believe me.
Oh, fuck. Had a Joe moment and forgot all about Helena.
Look, I get that this is the first CGI film and the audience needs to catch up with the lore, but having a character like Angela not know what a zombie is.
But even if there is a connection, that shouldn't kick off a spontaneous outbreak of some creepy-ass plague.
Or how to deal with them is a little stupid. This event takes place in
Yeah, I don't get how anyone cannot know how to kill a zombie.
2005, meaning it's been 7 years since the Raccoon City incident. And we're meant to believe that none of these SORT members know how to deal with them.
Destroy their... brains?
Shoot them in the head.
There's no debriefing or even a simple government-made manual on how to survive just in case. I mean, shit, the Pentagon has an actual plan in place right now.
Even Max Brooks' manual is rather educational.
To be honest, both SORT members were incompetent. I mean, her fucking partner was a fuck-up in nearly every single scene he's in.
He's an idiot.
What's the matter? Chief Jackass again?
Hey, Steve.
He argues against orders.
Hey, hold on a second. You can't be serious. Who does this guy think he is?
He refuses to advance, separating from his partner, a crime that even Leon won't abide.
Wait!
He doesn't burst his shots, just openly firing into a crowd.
Doesn't he taunt them while shooting, too? Like a fucking psycho?
I don't think you're a fucking action hero.
Yeah! Woo!
Right, he even turns
Jackass.
around while holding the senator to kill a slow-ass zombie behind him. Dumbass deserved his fate.
Greg! He got bit! He damn well got bit!
Back to Angela, her entire character in this is only so that they can have some connection to the bad guy. I mean, let's be real here. They are both Millers, and yet nobody thought to double check to see if his sibling was maybe in league with this very well-known terrorist.
Yeah, I mean, never. You figured they would look him up, find out his relatives.
Oh shit. They also allow her to be that close to a United States senator? To be honest, Angela being the sister of Curtis actually puts more wrenches in the works than anything, especially since they really only wanted that one moment where G. Curtis needs to breed with her.
Not to mention how little Angela seems to give a fuck that her own sister-in-law and little niece had also died in Raccoon City. Never mentions it once, even though she's shown in that picture too.
The picture that's in the very house that he owns that she never once mentions. Holy shit.
Glad Leon was dick enough to not tell the guys that there's a vaccine, and by this point, there's already a T-virus vaccine.
Helena Harper all over again.
Explain.
A woman voiced by Laura Bailey, who's partnered with Leon, is somehow connected with a terrorist who uses a viral outbreak of zombies on innocent people just to get to a United States politician.
Oh wow, that is pretty sus.
I just want to point out that Capcom will once again use the scene in 5, where a monster is holding onto the female partner by the leg while hanging for life, only to be shot off.
I'm taking the two of you with me.
Bottom line is, Angela's true purpose in this fucking film is that one moment when G. Curtis picks up a fucking picture off of the floor, and that's all.
Memories.
Simple as that.
Well, that, and now Leon has another heart to break.
He did not. Yeah, I know.
Blink, motherfucker!
No shit, her telling him that they should go diving again while she cooks away in that sundress was so obvious.
Leon.
Hey, yo!
Let's go diving together again sometime.
Love to.
But then again, why would you offer a date that resembles the time you both were chased by a monster and you nearly died?
Obviously, to relive that underwater kiss they shared.
Not sure Ada would find it as funny as you do, Joe.
To be honest, it's not that far-fetched. Remember who she's talking to? Motherfucking Leon S. Kennedy. The same guy who stiffs up when he sees his handler without glasses on.
You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty?
The man doesn't like nerds, what can I say?
Story of my life.
He doesn't like to show any emotion in this film either, no cap. Look, I'm happy as fuck that Paul Mercier reprised his role from the Reef 4 OG, but good lord, how is it that this Leon has less emotion than ever?
Is this it?
Yep.
Reinforcements?
None. We're getting out alone.
God damn it, the one back in 1998 had better facial
Leon
expressions
has
than this
one,
statue.
Hold your fire!
One itis for a supposed Chinese spy.
I'm not even fucking kidding. At least 4 different times, Leon looks like he's made of stone during moments when he needed to emote more.
You break out the vaccine for this!
Had we been able to follow proper procedure, as outlined in the original schedule,
I'm gonna scrub this virus from the face of the earth.
I responded to a call about a small child that was stranded on a sandbank in the middle of a flooding river.
He must have been a statue standing like that, but also the dude takes damage without flinching like a wall. Once in this, he gets his ass yeeted across the length of a football field just to smash his dome right into a concrete block.
I mean, they all can get smacked around hard.
Only for him to get right back up. You telling me this is the same motherfucker who got his shit wrecked on the regular back in OG4?
Ah, the audacity of youth.
Ouch. He's still alive.
Like, what the fuck is that? Did his head get knocked loose or something?
Well, he does actually introduce himself with that fucking S in his name, which is kind of a strange thing to do.
Who the hell are you?
Leon S. Kennedy.
Since the only people in this franchise who's used his middle name are villains.
Or Mr. Scott, you can give us the girl because you're not worth a penny, I'm afraid. You can die.
Oh.
Here we have Leon S. Kennedy.
Leon S. Kennedy. What's the S stand for, stupid?
Fuck off, Saki. You better not think of putting that movie anywhere near this film.
If that DVD even touches
this tier,
I will kill you.
Well, as much as I would have liked to fawn over Leon in this...
Looking at that, the tier list here, I'm hesitant to give it a C. It's like a low B.
Unfortunately, just like in 6, he's kind of a set piece. Each CGI film has an obvious character that the story focuses on from the franchise, and this one doesn't really align with Leon. Yes, he's in it, and he kicks ass as usual.
Oh, do you mean like when there's a zombie on him and rather than just shoot it in the face like this was the Raid Redemption, he just wastes time awkwardly grappling with it like this was the Prom?
I mean that he's more secretive and not forthcoming about most things.
Claire, it's true.
You knew?
For instance, in that scene you mentioned, Joe, as he grapples with the zombie, he pulls out a second handgun he had the whole time while Claire had nothing. Then there's the attack on the antivirus trucks, which is implied that he knew would happen since Leon had already knew that the terrorists were going to attack at midnight.
If they don't get...
You know what? It's a high C. I'd give it a high C. It's definitely above... What is that, Apocalypse? Or after? I forget.
That information, what'll happen?
They'll disperse a T-virus in every populated area in the U.S. The deadline is midnight.
That's only 4 hours from now.
Not even Senator Davis knew about that.
Why don't you tell us what their demands are already? If you don't want to talk, I'll just go directly to the president.
I got to agree, it does seem like the Leon from 4 did a hard shift before slowly becoming the action-packed Leon from 6. All guns and no fun, if you know what I mean.
Agreed. Paul Mercier was great as Leon, and I am also glad that they got him to say the get down line from the OG.
Get down!
Yeah, that was desperate.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down!
It was a nice and subtle nod to how he and Claire met.
Speaking of which, let's finish this up with whom the film is actually centered on. Claire Redfield, once again voiced by Allison Court.
We should introduce ourselves. I'm Claire Redfield.
More like Dorothy from Oz, since she has the reddest shoes I have ever seen.
At least this Claire looks leagues better than what she did in 2015 for Revelations 2. Not to mention that they just palette swapped her clothes in that with this one.
All right, guys, let's focus. Claire's role in this is pretty big, already being a part of Terra Save and showing her expertise when it comes to dealing with zombies. It's actually hilarious to me that she's able to handle herself much better than actual trained soldiers and security forces.
I would like to think Chris may have helped her a little bit.
Very true, my girl's the best. Even Leon mentions it at one point.
And since when did the NGO member become such an authority on the subject?
She's one of the rare survivors of Raccoon City. She has more experience with this kind of hellish nightmare than anyone else here.
A weird statement, seeing as how he was there during the outbreak too, and also the shit he did in 4.
Regardless, she's her usual peak self in this, not even hesitating when going out for help with only an umbrella to use for a weapon.
Never saw this coming.
Irony! Oh, shit.
I see what you did there, Capcom.
Makes you wonder if Raccoon City survivors have PTSD when they're around umbrellas.
I want to know what's up with Capcom constantly saddling her with kids to look after. Sherry Birkin, Natalia Corda, Moira Burton if you want to get technical.
And you know what we do to butt stains.
And this little girl.
I'm Ronnie.
I thought for sure they were just rehashing old shit for her to do.
You want to talk about
Thank God she's not in there for very long.
Rehashing shit for Claire? How about how she is constantly being thrown into a relationship of some kind with some dude? Leon.
Would have been one hell of a first date, though.
Steve.
Get away from her.
Neil.
He's not my boyfriend.
Doc in the live action.
You know, he and I noticed.
And now Frederick Downing.
Join me for a late afternoon tea.
Dude was laying that sugar on so thick that you could actually put it on some pancakes. Fuck, even the senator noticed from half a field away.
That's harsh, Joe. Not very feminist of you.
No shit, creepy. She's got to save the bloodline somehow. She probably gets calls all day and night from her brother, setting her up on blind dates.
Claire, have you found a mate yet?
Seriously? How are you still alive?
The bloodline, Claire. Must continue at all costs.
What do I have to do? Get out of my face!
What I am saying is that it's actually a subplot in this one. Like I said before, if Downey had never did his stupid mating dance at her, she'd have never been there to meddle, and he'd have probably gotten away with it.
True, I get it. Not to mention that this...
Yeah, I don't know why he invited her if he was trying to be all secretive and shit.
This is also a possible love interest that yet again turns out to be the shitty traitor who was helping the real villain all along.
Goddamn, can Claire's heart not catch a fucking break? They're either liars or they fucking die. This bloodline is never getting saved.
Or they're into somebody else.
And the poor girl is DTF.
Jesus, Don.
Down to fun.
No.
Anyways, bottom line is that Claire in this is still dope as fuck, and with Allison Court reprising her role, she gives her that extra kick that's needed for this film. Now, I will admit that there are some flaws in this one. Cliché personalities of certain characters, subplots that seem to never get answered, or the main villain's boring-ass motivation.
Which doesn't end here either, Bear.
True, Joe, it doesn't. However, as a whole, there were a lot of good things too, like how it ties in with the Raccoon City incident. Again, Palmer, Scheer, and Allison Court coming back one final time to be Leon and Claire, and the action sequences being much better than the Anderson fuck-ups. I vote for A tier, definitely above the Anderson film, and a good start for the CGIs.
I agree with that too.
Same.
All right, guys, before we move on to Damnation, let's do what we did for the live-action films and shoot off some rapid-fire notes. I'll go first with how fucked up it is that in this universe, it seems like the zombie virus is a known thing. Hundreds of thousands of people died from the Raccoon City incident.
Yeah, it's weird, and yet they don't know how to kill zombies.
And that's why people are protesting, and why TerraSave and the BSAA were even created. Yet there are actual assholes who dress up as them like it's Halloween. Or even when that Greg Glenn guy made fun of them.
Becoming infected by being bitten. Ugh. It's like something out of a horror movie. Those creatures rising up out of their graves.
I'm so glad he died.
Shit, dude, these are actual human beings that lost their lives, and you're going to make jokes about it. It's as insensitive as that Thanos ice cream store joke.
And that's it. That's those little brave baby steps we gotta take to try and become whole again, try and find purpose. You gotta move on.
Who was that guy on the plane that gave the stewardess that note? He mentions Downing, but they never explain how he got infected at all, plus what was even on the note.
Emergency.
I actually want to know why the pilots even opened the cockpit door during a crisis in the air. This is after 9/11, so aren't they supposed to never open that door if there's trouble in the cabin? And on that note, how the fuck do zombies know how to open an airplane door? That shit is more technical than a normal doorknob.
Why did the helicopter wait for that one specific moment to turn on its spotlight onto Frederick? Did the pilot actually want to make it a dramatic reveal? Not to mention how completely silent it was.
You're too pathetic to kill.
Like, nailed
it. So
it.
at one point, Leon takes his jacket off to jump over the platforms, but then when the film is done, it shows that he has it back on. How the hell did he get it back?
Speaking of that jacket, did anyone else notice that he still uses his handgun from the OG? I think that was pretty cool.
Speaking of cool, I think that at one point Leon mentions umbrella scientists that are in hiding and are on the run.
Maybe we'll finally dig up a lead on the whereabouts of the former Umbrella Corporation employees. They've got to be the ones peddling the virus on the black market.
Perhaps the BSAA should check Argentina.
To be honest, I'm glad they got rid of that kid midway through the film. It would have been the worst if this movie was nothing but yet another escort mission for her. She does that shit enough. She's not a fucking nursery.
I was actually disappointed they got rid of her.
Seriously?
Jesus.
It would have made the stakes higher. More intense for Claire, just like in the games, that's all.
Sure, buddy.
All right, we're moving on. The next film is Damnation, and I'm going to be honest with you guys. This one did not do it for me.
Yeah.
Really?
You serious, Bear? The action sequences alone were top-notch, not to mention Leon's in the spotlight for this one.
Plus, this shit has all the liquors and tyrants you can feast on. Damn film is amazing, if you ask me.
You guys already forgot how most of this film feels like the wet dream that sprung from RE6? God damn, most of these barely have anything to do with actual zombies, let alone those BOWs you boys love so much. Christ, the villain's entire motivation was just unnecessary. And it's so politically pushed, it's practically the Phantom Menace of Resident Evil films.
As a people, we are suitable for full acceptance into the international community.
This is incredible. We recommend a commission be sent to Naboo to ascertain the truth.
The Congress of BizarreStar concurs with the honorable delegate from the Trade Federation.
I don't give a damn about the politics.
Svetlana is a true badass and possibly one of the best villains we've seen. She's the only villain to never dip into her own supply. She does not use the virus on herself or anything. Real dope shit, not gonna lie. For fuck's sake, she can go toe-to-toe with Ada.
Yeah, you don't really see much about her either. She's just like, well, spoilers, she resigns at the end.
And come out on top. And she does it with zero modifications, just pure human strength, like Leon.
You mean like when Leon himself couldn't even land a single hit to her? She just evades and then tosses him like a rag doll about 20 feet away like it was nothing.
I mean, it shows like she has scars on her back, so I'm guessing she's like military trained or some shit, maybe.
I can see Barry's point on this, actually. Too little backstory is given for her, but we're supposed to swallow that she can single-handedly take out the top 2 most athletic fighters in the entire franchise. Is this bitch a Jedi or something? Because that's like if they dropped Jake and gave him all those fighting skills, but didn't explain why he had them. No mention to being Wesker's son or whatever.
That probably would have actually been better.
And going back to her motivation, she just wants what? The resources that the rebels have?
The government discovered that the rebels' land contained valuable resources.
Well, fuck, bitch. Maybe if you didn't plunge your entire country into the third world just so you can have some kind of secret underground lab that resembles a hive.
And what is the hive? The hive house.
Fuck off with that shit.
No.
Maybe you wouldn't need to resort to a civil war. You can actually see where each coin of the taxpayers' money went to. The poor bastards.
Pretty impressive for an old nuclear shelter.
And on that note, if she didn't want anything to be linked back to her, then maybe don't have your entire operation have a theme. Bees on the trucks, and then to actually have your secret lair be made to look like a hive? I mean, shit, even Leon points it out.
I didn't even notice that.
Like a beehive.
Wait, I thought the revolutionaries were using the bee trucks to move their liquors around.
They were, but I see where he's coming from, actually. Because the bees are breadcrumbs that Leon is following.
You're the beekeeper?
The beekeeper?
The person who released the plaga.
Exactly. Not a very smart way to cover your tracks in illegal activity, if you ask me.
Well, there probably wasn't anyone to give hush money to.
Fuck you.
Fine. Although I still think she's a badass, I will admit that I was a little confused on some of the things she did. Like, not only does she just accept that Ada is from the BSAA.
Yeah, that was really
I have
stupid.
been sent here by the BSAA.
Didn't even check any credentials.
Trying to sell her on a new type of plaga.
Total control of most of the BOWs has been nearly impossible up until now.
See, I thought she was just giving like a little speech about them. I didn't know she was actually selling them.
A new technology that changes that fact has recently been developed. Tell me more.
But also that she did not do a single background check on her before the meeting.
Yeah.
There is no one working for the BSAA by the name of Ada Wong.
Are you serious?
I thought there was a civil war going on, and the president of the opposition is just allowing strangers waltz right into her office with shit credentials. But her fights are still peak.
And can't argue that. But before we get into Ada,
Oh, yes, please.
let's talk about some of the other characters, like that piece of utter shit that did not need to be a part of this film.
Like?
Fucking JD.
My name is not Hey You. I'm
JD. Oh god, he was so extra.
Although that's not my real name.
I thought we already talked about him in the live actions, Bear.
I'm warning you, stay down!
No, Joe, this is another JD entirely.
This cringy motherfucker was just the absolute worst.
You my man. Oh god.
He's basically like Quint from Revelations, but on the other side of the cringe spectrum. Thinks he's cool, but he's far from it.
Fucking dork.
We prefer to call ourselves pro-independence fighters.
Really, Don? You're not going to love this gun-toting asshole?
Is it common for people in America to be packing one of these while on vacation?
America's
Sure.
the bomb.
We've been doing it since the country was first founded.
Wow! America's the bomb, yo!
Thirsty as fuck for anything Uncle Sam can give.
Sure, we hate it. But things made in America, now that's different.
I have my limits.
I couldn't stand this fuckwit, and I know I can't be the only one. This dude doesn't do a goddamn thing throughout the entire movie. All he does is cry about shit and then act like his shit's on fire when he's around Leon. He's a fucking clueless dolt with more earrings than brain cells.
He doesn't even care. He just like wanted to go shoot people, like shoot up the place.
I know I should have stayed off the junk food.
What this guy actually says to Leon later on when he's about to turn actually infuriates me the most.
You know, I didn't really care about independence.
Yeah.
All I wanted was to have fun with you and my friends.
Did he actually admit that while everyone was dying around him, innocent women and children most likely too, that he didn't even give a fuck? All he wanted to do was just run around and shoot guns with his buddies?
Pretty much. And even though the film wants me to feel sad that he's going to run, I really couldn't give two shits. He deserves a spaghetti monster of a head.
Yeah.
See, that actually kind of confused me. So at one point when they're out in the open, he and Leon witness one of the soldiers being attacked.
I love that scene. This fucking idiot just can't stand up and acts like a cartoon character that's slipping on the floor.
Yeah, some soldier.
Motherfucker deserved his fate.
Anyways, you interrupting shit. What I was going to say was that they witnessed him getting the plaga shoved into his mouth. What the fuck? A much better sight than what they show in 5, for sure, but that's not my point.
What is your point, Joe?
While we're still alive, please.
My point, fuckers, is that JD had no idea what was happening to that man, meaning he'd never seen the plaga transferred before.
What happened to everybody?
I'd say the plaga you're hiding got loose.
I don't know what you're talking about!
However, he later tells Leon that he knows about it and that it was possibly given to them by the elders.
You inject that stuff into your body so you can control the liquors, right? Some compassionate elders you got there.
What other options do we have?
But then after the church is attacked, JD doesn't turn for what seems like 10 minutes. So how did he get infected?
Most likely by one of the other carriers, like with that soldier.
No, I see what he means. If JD got infected by the plaga transfer, then he'd have turned immediately. And also there would be some infected around to hold him down and such. But there's nobody.
Okay, then maybe he got the needle injection, like the elder in the beginning. He even admits that they had no choice.
How the fuck did this stupid idiot get the plaga to mind control liquors before Sasha did? I do not see the elders giving it to a Slim Shady lookalike who
didn't really care about independence.
Yeah.
Not to mention that he was against the injection in the first place and even pleads with Sasha not to go get it.
I have to go and get it.
Go and get it? Why? You've seen what's happening outside. Do you want that to happen to you?
It's confusing, I agree. But let's move on to Sasha since we've mentioned him already. Here's someone who is yet again just a guy using bioweapons to his own end because he lost his loved ones from the government.
That's the reason why he's fighting this war.
Wasn't he a teacher too?
She was a school teacher, and believe it or not, so was Buddy.
A teacher turned soldier in a war-torn country in Europe. Where have I seen that before?
I'm a school teacher. I teach English composition.
His motivations are bland, yes, but come on, Bear. His control over the liquors was hot like an LA wildfire.
Pun intended.
Yeah.
No, I cannot. But seriously, that's really the only thing going for him whenever he decides to show up. Most of the time he just dips out of the film for long periods of time just to pop right back in. Hell, there's more character development between JD and Leon than there is with Sasha.
Most likely because the film itself was still trying to figure out if he was a villain or not. Throughout the entire movie, Sasha's constantly treating Leon like he's the enemy.
Don't say a word. There is no doubt about the fact that you are our enemy.
Even when his best friend tells him to lay off. But then fast forward 20 minutes and Sasha is right back to trying to kill Leon once more.
You! What have you done? No! He's not our enemy!
20 minutes later.
Did you use it?
Get him.
It's an overplayed trope in most action films, to be honest. Main protagonist captured by rebels, smacked around because they don't trust him, only to later trust him.
Okay, I'm glad we got all that sorted out.
What the hell? I tied those knots. That's my specialty.
You've been watching too many movies.
Not to mention that as a general rule in this franchise, using monsters to do your bidding has always been the mark of the villain. Being able to control them with his mind basically makes him a mini Sadler. Hell, even Svetlana proves it when she unleashes those tyrants in the final act. You can't use a bioweapon and still be the hero.
Unless you're Pierce.
Oh man, those tyrants were the fucking best. It's so good to actually get to see them being used correctly on the big screen. And even though I agree with Bear about Sasha, it was so fucking lit to watch those lickers fight those big boys.
Nice. So he fucks up and turns to the dark side for a bit. He redeems himself in the end when everything clears up.
Oh, we will get to how that happens later. But let's go ahead and move on to Ada, since she apparently has a pretty prominent role in this as well.
Okay, so hear me out, because I am going to say some real controversial shit.
Interesting.
Go on.
So normally I'm all in with whatever Ada has going. She works for some shadowy figure or organization and does her job well.
Except when she didn't get the G sample for Wesker in 2.
Or with whatever the fuck she was doing in 6.
She also got her ass kicked by Sadler in 4 and needed Leon to help her.
Which also happens here too. She even gets hung up the same way as well.
Christ usually does her job well then. Bottom line is that I can follow what she's doing. However, in this film, there's a couple things I raise my eyebrows with.
such as?
Yes, tell us, oh great observer.
So first, like we said before, she infiltrates the Capitol and has an audience with the president, but her cover is that she's of the BSAA.
I have been sent here by the BSAA.
Why the fuck would she choose something that can be fact-checked so fast? Of all the organizations she could have chose, she went with the one that has the most media coverage.
The BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO, which
thought that was
operates
really
independently of the interests of any one country.
Literally a single phone call, and she'd be caught, which is why when they made a single phone call, she was caught.
I hate to side with Sleepy on this, but she even uses her actual name too, which I thought was so fucking stupid for a double agent to do.
My name is Ada Wong.
I mean, she always uses her name, which is still stupid.
Like we said before, it's quite the oversight on Svetlana's part, especially since they allow Ada to leave their surveillance to do whatever she wants in a war-torn city overnight.
Unless we're just led to believe that technically Ada is not her real name, which you never know.
Did you go last night? You were not in the hotel. I went to meet an old friend.
Bullshit.
In fact, nobody even checks her credentials until the next day.
I found it hilarious that Ada ends up just walking right back into the office. I mean, I get that she needed to find a way into their lair, but why not just use the first part of her plan to open the way?
If they attack the Capitol, it'll make my job a lot easier.
That's the other question I have. What exactly is her mission?
To get a sample of the plaga, right? Wait, that can't
she
be
already
right.
has it.
Exactly. I thought that she had already done that in 4.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
No, Joe. She is there to steal a sample of the dominant plaga. Apparently, Svetlana found a way to cultivate them.
This is the first time that the dominant members of the species have been cultured.
So then, she isn't the one supplying the rebels with plaga queens?
Did you release the plaga?
Don't make me laugh. I'm not interested in defective products.
No, that would be Svetlana, giving them out to the elders like candy out of a van for some shitty false flag operation or something.
So then who is Ada trying to help and how?
I'm just here to lend them a hand. Although it seems as if my help wasn't needed.
That's what's got me so confused,
So you
because if
came
she
here for
means
nothing.
that she's helping the rebels, how else would she be doing it other than giving them plaga samples that she has already retrieved to help them attack the Capitol the next day?
Okay, I'll agree that it's kind of confusing, but that also makes me question if this means that the liquors have plaga inside of them, because Ada is clearly talking about plaga when she's briefing Svetlana. It even says it in the papers she brings.
Well, with that all being said, at least she's not boring or anything in this. Hell, her hand-to-hand with Svetlana is such an improvement over that sloppy garbage water that they called combat in the Anderson films.
Yeah.
But I will also go
That's
as
pretty
far
good.
as to say that it's peak hand-to-hand we will see in the CGI films.
What about?
Nope, not right now. We'll get to it later.
Can't wait.
Anything else before we move on to Leon?
Yeah, so it's obvious she's talking to Simmons at the very end, since I guess he's the one who contracted her to get the plaga.
Does it finally answer the most important and glaring question of all in RE6? Where the fuck did she get that shitty-looking phone?
No.
Damn it.
But my question is, did you see the size of the thing she's carrying it in? Not to mention that it just has windows on the side so you can see what's inside. How
As
the
you
fuck
do.
did she get that through customs?
Where is she keeping them?
The less we talk about 6, the better.
Even though this whole film was just an hour-and-a-half teaser for it?
So let's move on to the best boy himself, now voiced by Matt Mercer. Leon in
Okay,
this
this is
film
Matt
didn't
Mercer.
seem to have learned anything from his time in 4, since he enters the film doing practically the same thing.
Moving into position.
Copy.
Leon gets dropped into a European country by himself only to immediately get his ass knocked out by the locals, all of which are infected by the plaga parasite. However, he isn't killed, but captured for some reason. When he escapes, he finds his way to a church, which again, church bells attract the infected.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
After that, it's just a regular RE6 jerk-off fest. Actually, it's interesting to physically see how Leon kind of devolves into this 80s action star, almost like he has destined to be in the Expendables or something. As if the last vestige of Leon's RE4 personality were slowly being siphoned away during degeneration, hence why he was such an emotionless statue. Then he came out of the oven to be this dude with Matt Mercer's voice.
When you put it that way, I can actually see it. I mean, if I was literally plucked from my vacation and thrown into a war-torn country just to be told I gotta leave the moment I step outside, I'd probably get Matt Mercer mouth too.
Your mission has been aborted. The U.S. is going to pull out of the country.
What? I just got here. What the hell?
Well, aside from his obvious change, he's still the top-tier ass kicker we know and love. I mean, shit. He even headbutts a soldier with a fucking steel pot on his head.
Just toward the end. Does that fucking
and can actually show us what fighting full-on liquor should look like with their speed and agility.
As well as tyrants. I mean, fuck headbutting a soldier's helmet. Leon straight up tanks a full-on uppercut and seismic toss that yeets his ass at least 20 yards into a stone pillar. Dude still gets right the fuck back up.
Yeah.
Amazing how it didn't try to impale him.
Most likely because the Secret Service was so embarrassed that Mendez bodied him with a simple wooden crate, so they threw his ass into the Weapon X program. No way his skeleton's not completely adamantium by now.
That would explain a lot, actually.
But something I have to mention is that this will seem to be the last time we see him actually give a shit about innocent people, since that will definitely be a thing of the past in the next film.
Speaking of weird shit that he does, there's a moment in the film where his phone is ringing and JD holds it. Leon tells him not to answer it, but JD says,
I'm not falling for that. There's no way I'm allowing him to trace the call.
Well...
But then about 5 minutes later, Leon says the exact same thing in a situation that he should be all too familiar with.
Do you really think I'm gonna fall for that?
I always found it weird how inconsistent the infected are in this franchise. Sometimes they walk, sometimes they run, sometimes they are even quiet as a mouse because they're trying to be sneaky for some reason. But all that being said, I think this film is a low A. The action sequences are a breath of fresh air. And seeing Leon in his prime is always a plus for me.
I do not agree.
You have to be shitting me. We're really going to do this?
I will agree with you that the action is incredibly entertaining. Watching the fights with Svetlana, the lickers, and the tyrants make this film.
Yeah, the scene with the tank is pretty good.
That can't be denied.
However, not only does this have the slight stench of recent...
The ending was really dumb, though.
...6 lathered all over it like a Dove commercial. Or the fact that JD alone kills the immersion of any scene that he's in. But nothing in this movie is ever referenced in any of the following films or games again.
Well, they're barely referenced in any... Well, barely any of these movies are referenced.
I thought you can hear them say Svetlana's name on the radio at some point in Revelations 2.
Thank you, Joe.
Hold up, Donnie. I am on the fence with this one, but leaning more towards Barry's side, actually.
You fucking serious?
Well, come on, man. This film introduces one of the biggest plot holes in the franchise on the scale of RE0, which is that apparently there was a second cure to the plaga this whole time if you just shoot it.
There must be something we can do.
You can rip out the spinal cord, but the best you could hope for is paralysis or death.
What the fuck, Joe? So you're just going to say that Leon should have actually just flipped a coin and shot Ashley? 50-50 chance of either...
Well, I mean, I assume that they didn't know that until they did more research on the virus. So maybe after 4, they would have figured that out.
Paralyzing her for life or killing her?
Paralysis.
Oh, no.
Or death.
Yeah, Joe, as much as I appreciate you backing me up, this was not the way, my guy. Although, to be completely honest, Leon, just shooting the parasites and paralyzing half the ganados would have been funny. A year later, all of the villagers are in wheelchairs and have ramps up to the front doors of their houses.
It would just turn into a giant nursing facility.
It's a retirement community.
That's not where I'm going with this, you dunces.
You will be, though, Joe. Trust.
What I am saying is that Leon knew about this cure the entire time, even though it's stated specifically in Luz's notes that the only way to remove the parasite from its host is by radiation. And not only that, but if the parasite is an adult, all bets are off. The damn thing is too embedded into the nervous system.
Right, so when he shoots the parasite in Sasha, he should have just died, since I doubt that a baby parasite could have controlled all those lickers so effectively.
We owe it to the people who died alongside us.
But yeah, like I said, they probably figured that, or realized that, or knew that after 4, like when they did more research. That's my only guess.
Have to continue living.
Also, this speech is this little line is stupid.
Even if it means living the rest of our lives without the use of our limbs.
Yeah. Because you were very stupid.
Fuck, you're right. And not only that, but if Leon knew about this, then why didn't he just say his stupid living without our limbs speech before potentially curing JD? The dude stood there and made Sasha watch as his friend's head exploded.
I was looking forward to showing you America.
What a government-issue dick.
Trust me, I've seen this happen every time.
Fine, I relent. B tier it is.
Okay, then let's finish this up with our rapid-fire points. I'll start with, who was Leon's contact in the beginning, and who was he working for?
You never say.
Scarecrow. I'm the Tin Man. Can you talk?
Because he doesn't look like he's from the military, but then again, if he's part of the rebels, then why did the old man use the liquors to kill him?
Infected?
Most likely because he was a rat selling out to the Americans.
And yet that same old man just lets Leon live and takes him to their hideout. Am I supposed to root for the rebels or Svetlana? Because at this point, they're both fucked up.
You're both just awful.
Well, the elders were fucking dumb as shit anyways. Later on in the film,
they all
Svetlana
died.
tells Sasha that they had gone over to her side.
All of the elders, with the exception of Ataman, have already come over to my side.
But then the truth is that they actually were lured into a peace meeting just for it to be a trap for them to be killed.
Yeah.
What about the elders?
It's over. All of them. A little while ago.
I suppose I should mention that during the press conference. That the terrorists executed the elders as traitors.
What? Did none of these fucking old asses watch Braveheart?
Did anyone else think that Svetlana's assistant looked like Lurch from the Addams Family? Those fucking shoulders,
Not
man.
really.
You're right. He moved like him too, since this fucking idiot just watches his boss get into a fight with Ada and does nothing about it.
Come on, Bear. Would you want to get in the middle of that shit?
Fair enough.
Yes?
But speaking of just watching your ally get their shit wrecked, anyone else love it when that tyrant got his ass shredded by the American aircraft and Leon says,
They were keeping an eye on me the whole time.
Yet if you go back a few minutes, that means that Hunnigan is just at her desk, watching him get his ass bodied over and over by these giants.
I mean, I don't know. She thought he was capable and wanted to punish him for...
Yeah, she was probably pissed that he hung up on her the day before.
There you go.
Leon!
She can tell him I got lost and missed my flight.
Woman scoring, right, Donnie?
Women.
Fuck off.
I like the way the tyrant caught that missile. No cap, that shit was lit as fuck. Much better than the OG tyrant or Three Make Nemi.
I love how the soldiers talk English. I mean, I get it when other characters do it when they're around an American like Leon or Ada.
Is Ada American?
But the soldiers above that basement had no excuse.
This one's clear. We're moving on. Pull out!
Also, going back to Leon shooting Sasha, I just wanted to point out that Leon fucking shoots him in the front. I'm pretty sure that there are vital organs between the spine and his gun that the bullet most likely went through, especially when he's barely even aiming.
But the option
He's
of
a
taking
good
our own
shot.
lives no longer belongs to us.
Again, what an asshole.
Did anyone else notice how the film starts as a Cold War history lesson?
It split the
Oh,
world
that's right,
along
did.
eastern and western lines. Then, in 1991, it collapsed completely.
But then ends as the Eastern Slav Republic is literally thrown right back into Cold War Germany, with both countries taking it over.
A temporary government headed by the U.S. and Russia will be set up in the Eastern Slav Republic to maintain peace.
That just sounds like
the Cold War.
With extra steps.
That having a peaceful resolution is more fictional than all the tyrants
I mean, not even that. It just sounds like the Cold War completely.
and liquors we've seen.
Speaking of liquors, I just wanted to point out that Leon works his hips and goes to town on one of them. Dude actually locks his legs around it like it was a celebrity, and he was a gold digger.
Oh, that's fucking right. Speaking of Leon fucking, there's a moment when Ada straight up talks about some special night that she and Leon had.
By the way, when are we going to, carry on from where we left off that night?
Oh, they banged.
And since this is technically before 6, and they weren't together in 4, then they basically fucked, and it's canon now.
So cute.
I concur.
Yeah, pretty much. Especially since after this film, he doesn't flirt with anyone else like he did with Angela or Hunnigan. Just becomes a drunk like Redfield.
Aw.
Harsh.
But true.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to Vendetta.
Jesus, I can actually hear your pants stretching, Barry. You need to calm down.
He can't. He's too excited.
You guys can't fuck this up for me.
Whatever. Let's just get this going and continue with Leon, I guess, since his demeanor just does the classic 180 and goes from caring about civilians.
We've got confirmation that BOWs are being used in this war. If we don't stop them now, the same shit'll happen everywhere else.
To a complete asshole that will literally throw grenades onto bridges.
Yeah, this is oncoming. This is traffic already.
Blow up
Open
a tanker
traffic.
truck in broad daylight in the middle of fucking New York.
Yeah.
And most damning of all, actually kills innocent people and not give a fuck.
Bullshit? I don't remember that.
Actually, I do. Capcom zombie killing poster child offs one of those dogs, and as collateral damage, it subsequently kills people in the cars behind them.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
These are innocent people. They are not part of the villain's ranks and are not chasing Leon, but instead are just trying to get home to their families. Unfortunately for them, Leon is beyond giving a shit at this point in his life.
Yep. God damn, that was a very heavy.
And once again, like I said during the live action,
or very buoyant. I don't know. I guess tough.
Why the fuck is it always Dobermans? And why are their ribs always exposed?
Completely normal phenomenon.
One of those vehicles was obviously a minivan, so perhaps even children were in there too.
Oh boy.
That's pretty fuck, can't deny that. But did you see those dogs? I don't know what the fuck Aries is pumping into them, but it definitely isn't pedigree. I mean, look at them, running up to 70 miles per hour and smashing cars like they were styrofoam. Perhaps excessive force was necessary.
Nah, fuck that. We're not going to excuse this boy's behavior in this one, because this isn't even the only time he's like this. Even when Chris and my girl go to him for help, he basically tells them to fuck off.
The hell do you want?
I got a job. We need your help.
I'm on vacation.
Side note, Leon calls Rebecca Dr. High Hopes.
Well, look who it is. The BSAA's golden boy and Dr. High Hopes.
High hopes. He's got high hopes. That's just the fucking best. Cementing her as the purest of all the Raccoon City alum to survive.
All right, calm down.
Jesus fucking Christ, we're not even talking about her right now, you simping fuck.
Yeah, man, calm the fuck down.
You're right, my bad. As I was saying, these two come to him for help because of his dealings with the Los Illuminados. Something he'd be the only one to have explicit knowledge of. And what does he do?
Let's talk about Los Illuminados. Remember the type of BOWs they were using?
That's so long ago, I don't remember.
So he's just a drunk now because of what? His comrades died?
The bomb went off, and everyone on Metro SWAT. My whole unit.
Field?
He
The man
loses
basically
everybody.
wrote the book on losing comrades and getting wasted.
Leon, with everything that's going on, you just sit here and feel sorry for yourself.
Shit, you're right. I also think I remember him basically not wanting to help save that traitor guy's family, even though they are completely innocent.
Yeah, and he had a family too.
I know too much. They're going to kill me and my family.
You tell us what you know first.
And then like they call her, he calls their family, and like, Jesus, it's like really fucking sad.
Instead, we'll decide if we help.
Damn, they really
I wasn't
fucked him up
expecting it for this movie.
damnation, huh? I mean, Christ. Guy breaks into a random villager's home and kills him when they try and defend themselves, but when they take their revenge on some teammates, he can't handle it.
You just can't help yourself when it comes to RE4 Leon, can you?
Well, he may be at the bottom of a glass, but at least he's still a badass. Just give this guy a bike and a gun and look at what he can do.
No shit. Leon uses that fucking bike for anything and everything. When he's on the bridge, he uses it like a fucking pommel horse.
Yeah, like how does that even work?
And he also throws it at areas, and for some reason it sticks to him like a plasma
How do you
grenade
train
in
for
Halo.
this?
Leon?
You and the fucking
Bike. That's not even half as fantastical as when he arrives to help Chris, just to tell him that he took the fucking stairs.
Sorry I'm late. Gotta take the stairs.
I mean, there were elevators. We know this because a dozen fucking zombies used them. So why didn't he do it like that guy from True Lies?
Actually, if I
Not big
remember
enough?
correctly, he does use it right before fighting Arius.
That's right. I guess they are big enough.
Now you're just being a dick.
And in the end, after everything is said and done, he still just wants to quit.
How much longer can we keep going on like this?
All right, to be honest,
I mean, at some point you'd probably want to quit too.
completely regret throwing this much shade at him. My man had every right to be in the state he was in.
Did he have every right to inadvertently kill those people? Because using a grenade on a single zombie dog that's already down for the count is overkill at best.
kill him, Jaro.
Donnie's right. Let's move this shit along to Chris. Now, once again, this guy always seems to arrive on screen at the head of some team, but this will be the first time he does without a partner.
Then loses everyone.
And whenever that happens, you just know that everyone there is going to die easily. And these dumbasses are ripe for it.
No kidding. Yet again, zombies are a known bioweapon in this world, and yet people not only don't take it seriously, but they also don't know how to handle them. Like this Tuco Salamanca-looking motherfucker. First he's an asshole to Chris.
The big hero.
Then apologizes when he gets a reality check.
Sorry.
You know this dude deserved to be killed easily.
On that note, all these shitbirds deserved it, to be honest. I mean, come on, there's an actual scene where they see that non-responsive kid covered in blood, and they do the classic "Are you okay?" shit before getting chomped on.
Are you okay?
You seem to be in some sort of... We're gonna take you home.
Let's not bring that live action shit back up. We're in a better place now.
True, it just pisses me off how often they do that in zombie shit.
Hasn't Rebecca done that too?
To be fair, she didn't know that, like, zombies weren't known yet.
Sir.
Fuck you.
But anyways, I don't know what they did to him in this film, but it just feels like they're trying to take him down a peg or two, you know? Like make him not such a tank like he was in 5 and 6.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, look at the way Chris is. He seems so out of his league when he fights areas in the beginning. It's so bad that he even gets slapped in the face like he was that stormtrooper in Obi-Wan.
It was a slap in the face to all of us, Joe. I'm watching this guy who in Cannon punched a 10-ton boulder like it was nothing. Just to see him get his ass tossed around like he was an NPC in a kung fu movie.
At least I'm not very fast.
Why doesn't Chris just pull out his gun when they are about 3 yards away from each other? Pistol beats knife every time.
Well, Rebecca does say that he favors his muscles.
He uses his brawn, while I use my brain.
You know exactly why. The fight scenes in this film look like they were all trying so hard to be John Wick, which came out a couple years prior. This scene. The zombie corridor with both Leon and Chris, where Chris even uses a zombie as a body shield. And the most infamous gunfight of all time, the rooftop shootout.
It's so glorious and yet so fucking dumb all in one. Like you're telling me that both these boys are so agile, they can dodge bullets at point blank range.
I take back
Chris
the not
even
being
has
as fast.
body armor on.
Or like how they're running around each other like dogs chasing their tails. What the shit is that?
Oh, this part. This is stupid.
Arias' gun must have unlimited ammo since the motherfucking thing never stops spewing out bullets.
You know.
Even after Chris empties his and he takes Glenn's, it still fires for what seems like another 2 mags worth.
And then they both just fucking go over the top and land onto a glass ceiling. For some reason, that does not stop Chris from actually restarting the fight. My guy actually wants to continue it on the worst footing for a fight in the history of the planet.
That must be him not using his brain, like Rebecca alluded to.
He uses his brawn.
Again, his hands are weapons of mass destruction canonically, and they can't even punch through glass.
Yeah, they nerfed Chris hard in this, not gonna lie.
And yet somehow with enough force, determination, and Hulk screaming, Arias is able to smash it open using Chris's head.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
He put all his points in luck too, because I don't know how the fuck his entire weight just sits on top of that shattered pane and doesn't even fall in.
And splat.
Before we move on to the best part of the film, is there anything else to add for Chris?
Like how he really doesn't give a shit that Leon lost his team, being the unsympathetic Chad that he is and wearing that sole survivor badge with honor.
So what? You just gonna sit around here another week and do nothing?
Another bottle here.
Cancel that.
Hey, who the hell?
Enough! Cut the shit. And it's our mission to bring his ass down.
Your mission, not mine. God damn it, Leon.
Stop! And yet, for some reason, when this Kathy bitch dies at the beginning,
Chris
cradles
feels
her
bad.
body and cries out like she's someone important.
Like, we didn't know anything about her. We just knew she was like a mole or whatever the fuck, or like another spy.
But we don't fucking know who she is, so why should we give a fuck?
Loud noises!
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Here comes the simpler. Oh.
All right, boys, it's time.
Does it have to be?
I think I have
All
held
right.
on long enough.
Not even close. Captain Simps a lot.
Let's continue with whom the real star of this movie is, Rebecca Chambers.
That's Officer Chambers to you.
Jesus Christ.
Good Lord, here we go.
First off, Rebecca coming back after 16 long fucking years was amazing. After it seemed that she had been completely written off and shipped on to side character island, Kato Kawa found a way to bring her back.
Yeah, and look what they did to her. Fucking immediately dressed her.
No, we'll get into that, don't worry,
okay.
but right now we're going through the positives first. You're not going to take this away from me.
Jesus, fine. Fair enough.
Well, obviously the first positive is that she seems to be a professor now. Unfortunately, she decided to work in Chicago.
Gross.
And she still wears her signature green color in some way, while also trading out her red choker for a red necktie. In fact, now that I think of it, Rebecca, Jill, and Claire have always kept their colors throughout.
Who are you, Calvin Klein?
Nice.
Whatever, she's still a badass in here.
How do you figure?
Joe, don't.
Yet again, she still needs to be rescued, just like back in Zero.
You idiot. Now he's going to rant.
Bye.
You guys are constantly bringing up that Billy had to save Rebecca in Zero, or how Chris had to save her with the Hunter. But you know who else needed to be saved in the early games? Chris.
Yes, I know.
Chris, this way.
Jill.
You would have fit nicely into a sandwich.
Claire.
Don't worry, Claire. Your knight in
Nice
shining
shining
armor
armor
is here.
Leon and even Ada. Hell, Ada has needed to be saved more times than Rebecca, yet nobody bats an eye.
Where's Leon when I need him?
She's also in more games than Rebecca is.
Fuck you.
In Umbrella Chronicles, Billy saves her from the very first zombie she sees.
Joe, you idiot.
Did you forget about Jill or Claire's first zombie encounter?
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
Let me take care of it.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Get down.
Fuck.
Okay, Barry, we're not going through this whole shit again. Let's keep with the films.
Fine, moving on.
We good?
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Good.
You were saying?
Before Chris even comes to get her, she's already infected with the A virus before she's able to cure herself.
Yeah, it was pretty fast, too.
And then even though she hesitates to kill her colleague.
Most likely because of Edward.
Edward! No.
Right. She still smashes his head in with an extinguisher.
Good for her.
And also stabs another zombie with a pair of fucking scissors.
Double kill.
She's not afraid to get her hands dirty.
Didn't she get infected twice in this film?
Yeah, by a different strain. In fact, Rebecca, Leon, and Jill are the only people in the franchise to canonically be infected by 2 different strains of viruses and survive.
That's not all she goes through, Barry. In fact, if I'm going to be honest, she fucking gets wrecked in this film.
Yeah, I fucking know. Like,
well, she literally does have to be saved.
We said she gets infected twice, which the second one nearly kills her.
You have to kill me.
She gets choked out by Maria.
Now we get...
She even fucking gets shot.
Jesus Christ.
Had to try to save her.
Girl's tough to go through that much damage.
Yeah. It's almost like Mikami wrote this. He doesn't like her very much.
Well, she was in the BSAA too, right?
You switched from special ops to science geek? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will admit that does sound dope as fuck. In fact, it seems all the X-Stars members went that way, like a reunion of sorts.
Oh. How touching.
I know you've been waiting a long time for this, Bear. So are there any other positives you want to mention before? You know?
Yeah, 3. I would like to point out that she still has that attitude she gave back to Billy in Zero.
I can handle this on my own. And don't call me little girl.
First, when she scolds Chris.
You should be wearing a clean suit, or at least a mask.
Yeah, well.
And then again, as she actually rips into both Chris and Leon at the bar.
God damn it, Leon!
Stop! You're acting like a couple of
Yeah, but then she like feels bad about it.
And yet is still not arrogant about it, as she feels remorseful later on.
Yeah.
That wasn't very nice of me.
Okay, I will admit that I was happy she wasn't a bitch about it. Not like to make Ada when she saves...
I mean, she kind of would have been justified.
Leon.
This is getting old. Saving your ass, that's twice.
I didn't realize you were keeping score.
Exactly. But most importantly of all is that not only is her blood the key to curing the A virus, but also that she gives it up knowing that she may die.
My blood holds the answers. If I die, get this to a lab you trust.
Ultimate sacrifice.
That's
always S tier for me, boys.
All right, Simpman 3000. She's still dope, but come on, Bear. You can't keep dodging it forever.
Fucking fine. I guess we need to address the big fat elephant in the room.
Don't you say it.
I mean, he's been chatting with us the whole time.
You piece of shit.
I mean, the fucking worst plot line in this fucking thing. I would even rank it down there with the likes of the Queen Leech, Alfred's shitty laugh, Quentin Grinder, and motherfucking Simmons' assassination plot.
He had to be stopped!
Just let it out, man.
If you want to cry, you go ahead and cry. Cry with you.
Glenn Arias kidnapping Rebecca just so that he can marry her.
Yeah, that was weird.
Where are you going with this?
I'm redoing the wedding. This time, with you.
It's so fucking stupid that it's kind of funny, to be honest.
I am not convinced at all that you didn't write this, Barry. Come on, fess up.
No fucking way. First off, it's literally Bowser level shit.
You really thought I'd marry you?
Kinda.
Like, who the fuck green lit that as a plot point? His wife dies, so he immediately kidnaps the next woman he sees.
It's because she looks like Rebecca or something.
That's Sarah.
Yeah.
My wife.
Like, way too much like her. That's like way too convenient.
You look so much like her.
Fuck that shit. His wife looks more like Maria from the Silent Hill 2 OG. So then are we starting up areas?
Yeah, go for it.
Finally. So this is a man who lost everyone close to him because of the government, so he decided to use a...
Which I don't understand why they would do that to a wedding. I mean, oh, well, never mind. That actually kind of did happen in real life.
...virus to infect innocent people as a way to get back at them. Gee, I wonder where I've heard that before.
Man, they really just keep cranking these boys out like that, huh?
Yep. The only difference is how they die. But the end result is still the same. And this smug face suit wearing prick is no different.
Smug indeed. I can't stand how every confrontation he has with Chris, he just has this little smirk on his fucking face, as if he could actually live up to being as villainous as Wesker.
Unfortunately, I'm not crazy.
Come to think of it, this is the second villain, back to back, who just takes out a seasoned fighter in hand-to-hand. It would have been nice if they had mentioned that Svetlana had trained areas. That could have been a sweet nod to the last film.
I still am an instructor.
Yeah, it would have. Instead, we get somebody who is two opposites on the same coin. On one side, it's someone incredibly fragile to where they have to force someone to marry him because his wife is dead. On the other is the most indestructible man to come from this franchise, because he just walks away from a drone strike like he was fucking Alice in Afterlife.
Oh yeah, that was pretty crazy actually. Where he has her hand, it's like torn off of her.
A drone strike. Barry's worst nightmare.
Fuck off, Flop Top.
Well, I'm not convinced you didn't de-strike him just because you thought he was actually marrying Rebecca.
I guess we'll just have to wait until the docs become declassified.
Eat both sides of my ass, you two. I didn't toss a drone at what seems to be a man who rolled a nat 20 in luck.
No shit. It was so close. He's still holding his wife's hand.
Yeah,
Not only does he survive the blast, but he also survives the 100-foot drop that splatters him like a fucking tomato.
Yeah, he should have been like dead.
And he wasn't even infected to begin with.
Like he should not be moving in any way.
Fucking how? That's the biggest plot armor I've seen since Helena got away with helping the president get assassinated.
The investigating commission have reviewed the evidence and feel it unjust to hold you liable for Simmons' crime.
Bullshit.
They will also not be disclosing their findings to the public.
I want to know, even when he's close to being dead and is much smaller than Diego, why does he get to be the dominant one when they merge into that grotesque fucking thing? A weaker form overtaking the stronger one doesn't seem very evolved to me.
And why do they always have to have two faces and an exposed heart?
His form is so stupid it's like a charred up veiny bodybuilder. And even though he's able to do the standard smashing and grabbing, the only real power his new form has is growing his nails really, really long.
Yeah, also, why does he have two faces? I mean, I figured, like, if he fused with somebody, sure. Oh, wait, didn't he fuse with that thing?
Like he's fucking Meg from Family Guy.
Is that all you can do? Ow! That kind of hurt. God, is that bleeding? No, I guess it's all right. Ouch, though.
To be fair, he does use it to catch himself between the helicopter and that building, like he was Spider-Man or something.
Yeah.
True, but it's not like it even helped him. In fact, if anything, he just made his weak point wide open for his true weakness. A 40mm grenade.
Maybe you figured they'd find a virus that doesn't expose the heart like that.
Who would have guessed, after all the things he went through, the most mundane boss killer actually got him?
And yet his wedding ring survived it. That's 2 explosions without a scratch. Indestructible should be the jewelry store slogan.
Indestructible. As a marriage should be.
The durability of that ring is as realistic as Rebecca getting into a real wedding dress, regardless of what Barry tried to
Like, he had to he had to dress her in that, too. That's creepier.
do with this script.
You fuckers, I did not write this shit.
We do not believe you.
No shit. First the droning and then the writing. You put a lot of pieces into motion just to see your girl in white, you simping asshole.
Whatever. Before we rank it, I would like to point one last thing out about Arias, and that is at one moment he fucking says the most idiotic thing.
Maybe this is what I've always wanted. A world in flames.
Why?
Only the dead remain.
Well then, I guess you deserve your fucking dead-ass wife then, you prick.
All right, I remember that. I thought he was pushed to the edge. Not that he was secretly insane. That line kind of kills his entire motivation. That this wasn't for revenge at all, but just because he...
Just want to watch the world burn.
All right, boys, so where do you...
Wait, what about the daddy-daughter duo that tagged around him?
Maria and Diego?
Yeah, the big one looks like if you took Mr. Hyde from the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen and stapled an iron mask to his face.
Pretty much.
Which, by the way, I get the Frankenstein bolts in his back. But why did he even need the mask in the first place? To hide his smile?
Those weird appendages spewing out webs was fucking gross too.
At least he got to do something. Maria is literally riding in a truck in one scene and then passed out on the ground in the next. That was it.
Yeah, and then she comes back in Death Islands. There really wasn't much about them. I don't know. It's like very little.
The end.
Definitely wasted potential. So like I said, what do you rank this?
Does it matter? This thing is choked full of Rebecca, that I doubt anything we say that doesn't start with S and ends in tier, you're just going to fight us on.
Donnie's right.
I'd probably give it a
slap
B.
it up there and let's move on already.
No. I want to hear what you guys think for real.
He's going to draw this out.
Fine, I would put it into
No, I guess like we have B.
A tier.
I agree.
Really?
Although it's got the makings of a good Resident Evil film, it feels more like RE5 than anything else. Granted, that puts it above 6, but it still has the same tones as the game.
I follow that. Smug motherfucker who lures Chris into a spooky mansion just so he can get his fellow comrades killed. He can beat Chris at hand-to-hand combat, and he's trying to infect everyone with his special virus, one that he controls himself. He also kidnaps someone close to Chris for his own fucked up reasons. Then at the end, he has to turn into an abomination just in time to get himself blown up by Mr. Redfield.
Pretty much. However, seeing a small reunion with Chris, Leon, and Rebecca is nice to watch, I can't lie.
Yeah.
So come on, argue with us about why it should lord over all the other films on its S-shaped throne.
Look, guys, this may shock you a bit, but to be completely honest, I agree that it should be an A tier.
Excuse me?
What the fuck?
I must be hearing things. Rebecca not on top? Since fucking when?
Okay, you clowns, calm down and let me explain. First off, yes, seeing Rebecca in this is amazing to me, not only because she's my favorite, but most importantly, it's Capcom acknowledging that she still exists. She's still fucking around with the other main characters, and even Leon Kennedy knows who she is.
Dr. High Hopes.
Of course he does. He has her picture from back in '98.
Nice one.
So yeah, after waiting 16 years and then finally watching your favorite character still kick some zombie ass while not losing their characterization in the process is great. However.
Here it comes.
And they kidnapped her and put her in that mother fucking dress.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it was about what they did to her. That's why you didn't put it up there.
So that's it? It's just about her being treated like some random girlfriend in a side-scrolling platform game?
Of course not. Vendetta has plenty of other things that conned its way out of S. Like how Leon is just a drunk now and blowing shit up with disregard to civilian safety.
As an officer, it's my job to look out for you.
So that was a fucking lie. The craziness of the hallway fight that makes it look like two Navy SEALs taking out a nursing home filled with shamblers, and the worst fucking gunfight I have ever seen on the screen. All of that topped off with a villain who thinks it's okay to force a marriage because he's too busy crying about his dead, Silent Hill-looking wife. So, yeah, I am gonna say A tier.
Wow.
Jesus, fair enough, I guess.
No kidding. This film didn't have any negative effects on you at all.
Clearly.
Let's just get into the rapid-fire notes already and move on to Death Island.
Okay, so I'll just point out yet again that in this world, zombies are a thing.
So you're Chris Redfield, the expert on the living dead.
The very soldiers going into that mansion know of them. And yet again, they have no idea how
They don't know how to deal them? Yeah.
So, Mr. Expert, any advice on dealing with them?
Like, how's just not very hard to...
Yeah.
Doesn't shoot them? But he should have shot them?
That poor fucking diner girl that got fucking obliterated.
Yeah, she just gets...
They didn't have to do her like that. She got fucking murdered for no reason.
Her fucking arm got shot off.
Like in Casino.
Poor fucking waitress who was just working on her night off of all things.
Oh, how about when the other BSA agents were chatting about fucking Breaking Bad? I mean, shit, that was a little
That was really stupid. I mean, I guess they wanted to make it seem like this was a lived-in world, but it's like, who cares?
Cringe.
I just realized DC and Damien aren't talking about Breaking Bad for once.
Hey, don't go there, Chris.
Yo, that shit's ahead of its time.
It's a goddamn masterpiece.
Breaking Bad is the best show I've ever seen, except maybe The Wire.
Oh, speaking of wires, what was the point in having that one hallways just filled with wires? Like, who had time to put those up? And was that a nod to Anderson's laser room?
No, we're not doing that.
That doctor that tries to kill Chris because he's trying to save Rebecca from an operation. Watch out, Redfield, or else his daughter will come back as Laura Bailey in another beefed-out character to hunt you down for some golf lessons.
About the henchmen, does areas require them to wear masks while they're on duty, even if they're underground? It just seems so unnecessary to me.
There's a few instances where Los Illuminados are mentioned, and then there's that man that talks about the surviving members of the cult.
The sequence is extremely close to the parasitic weapons used by the Los Illuminados cult. Let's talk about Los Illuminados.
He's getting paid by the surviving members of Los Illuminados.
Like what surviving members are still around? I thought they were all dead after Sadler. Are they a global cult? Because Sadler made it seem like they were just in that rural area.
My name is Osman
That's what I figured.
The master of this fine religious community.
Unless he's lying.
Not to mention that they never did go and save that dude's family. The one that apparently Los Illuminados held captive.
Yeah.
Hi, honey, it's me. Were you able to get the man you said would help?
Are they dead? Because if so, that's yet another casualty.
Well, I mean, I thought they were just at home. I think he said they were going to kill them.
That Leon is partly responsible for.
Damn, he's racking them up like Chris.
I got a big one.
Yeah, right.
We do not need to know that, Don.
The fucking BSAA agents firing a fucking laser inside the most populated city in the United States.
Yeah. Jesus.
Fucking thing goes through 4 skyscrapers like it was motherfucking Godzilla, basically creating the equivalent of 2 9/11s. For fuck's sake, that laser alone probably did more damage than whatever the fuck Ares had done that day.
Oh yeah, I remember thinking that whoever's on the ground is just fucked right there, and if not from the rubble, then from all the area's goop falling to the ground. The entire city should look like the ending to Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, at least every stray dog and homeless person is going to start eating that shit, guaranteed.
And they're gonna get sick.
That stuff's gotta get cleaned up somehow.
I love how it rips a hole through Diego's face and Arias just screams out his name.
Okay, yeah, they did fuse. Never mind.
Obviously distraught at his friend's apparent death. As if when everything is done, they'll just separate back into their regular bodies or something. Diego was fucking dead the moment his web shit sprayed over Glenn like Toby's own spider fluid.
Speaking of going back to normal, I'll end this segment with a final question. When Rebecca's antidote cures everyone on the street and you see people reverting back to normal, it's supposed to be a wholesome moment for sure.
Yeah, but there's got to be some people who actually, ate other people. So, or like they lost their limbs or shit. That's got to be fucked up to come back.
But can you imagine the nightmare afterwards if you had eaten some people and their flesh were in your stomach? Or worse.
That's what I thought.
If you yourself were bitten and chunks of you are missing, just for you to revert back. Do not get me wrong, I am glad my girl was able to create something so powerful that it saved over 8 million people, but still, good fucking Lord.
Like we said before, the implications are worse than what we could see.
True.
All right, boys, let's finish this up with the latest film. Death Island.
I like this one. I thought it was pretty good.
The plot line is straight up stolen from the 1996 film The Rock.
Welcome to The Rock.
The one about a man with a military background who lost his comrades in the line of duty because they were essentially sacrificed by the higher-ups. So he decides to attack Alcatraz Island while tourists are there and use it as a base to launch his incredibly volatile virus onto the world.
Yeah, pretty much.
Does that make Rebecca Chambers the equivalent to Stanley Goodspeed in this?
Not even an insult. Nick Cage is dope as fuck.
What do you say you cut me some friggin' slack?
But back on track, yes, this movie's plot is basically all of that. However, I will also say that the reasoning behind it is valid, even if the end result is just so mediocre. But
I was more like on how did this guy get all this money or funds to, he was just an umbrella grunt. How did he get all these funds to do all this shit?
Before we get into that, let's start this shit up with Dr. Taylor.
Oh, right, I forgot this jittery piss stain was in this film. Nearly every single word that comes out of his mouth is a contradiction.
I'm Tony Davis.
Yeah,
so he helps Jill and Blake make the drones and shit. Then, like every classic villain's helper, he gets a change of heart, just in time to help the heroes defeat the villain.
Yep, that last-minute deathbed repentance.
I made a back door to the network.
Slow down.
Down, you idiot!
Then, when he finally escapes, instead of hopping onto the return boat back to the mainland, this idiot just fucking hides inside a cupboard in the prison.
Wait! Don't shoot!
Hey.
What was his...
But there was no boat. I don't think there was a return boat because it was like the infection was already, the whole outbreak, or like all the people were getting infected already.
Plan to just run and hide and hope that Dylan and Maria will just forget about it and it'll all blow over?
Fuck him. Seriously, this guy walks around as if he's completely innocent. Fucker actually has the balls to throw shade at Claire and call her a cultist and a terrorist.
Is there a problem?
That was weird.
Not unless you're recruiting for your cult. I heard what happened in Harvardville. You're a bunch of terrorists.
I know you are, but what am I?
This dude is an actual terrorist, though.
So what's the deal with this Dr. Antonio Taylor guy?
He's wanted for espionage and aiding enemy states.
Oh, yeah! Call the kettle black!
I thought the same thing too. Like when Dylan is chastising Jill, telling her to shoot Claire after she has been infected, or else.
She'll rip the not-so-good Dr. Taylor's guts out, and another innocent life will be lost.
Innocent? This piece of shit created the drones.
Also, this is obviously heavily on the plot armor, because when they both get infected, it obviously did not affect them as fast as it's like all the NPCs.
To help you infect the world. Who are you actually trying to fool?
Love it when he's astonished that Claire is patching him up, and Chris says,
We'd treat your wounds even if you were one of the bad guys.
That's the biggest fucking lie I have ever heard in this franchise. There are so many instances where they would just double tap motherfuckers just for the fun of it.
Well, they're infected.
Game over.
All of those people were infected.
Regardless, I've never seen them try to help someone that was bad. Chris literally tries to shoot Excella in the back, and Jill even shoots Nikolai and leaves his ass to die with the nuke. So my statement still stands.
well, I think it's just wishful thinking on Chris's part, most likely because everyone who is near him gets killed. They even mention it in this film.
We'll get there, Donnie, don't worry. But while we're on the subject of Mr. Redfield, I'd just like to point out that I find it adorable that he still tries to look after Jill like an overbearing big brother of sorts.
Why'd you go in alone?
I know that this film takes place in 2015, so it's after the events of 5.
Yeah, because her whole thing is that she feels bad for what happened, for being controlled by Wesker.
6 for that matter.
But I just find it interesting that he bosses her around more than he does with his own baby sister. He even seems to have the same conversation that they had back in 5 too.
I'm not waiting for backup when there's a chance someone's in danger.
Right, but...
Millions will die.
Oh, yeah, but...
I'm all right.
I caught that too. He actually punishes her by making her do paperwork.
I'm having her write up the report about last night.
Ah, I get it. Punishment.
I found that
there were some angles also in this movie that looked a little weird too.
to be a little weird, to be honest. I mean, isn't Jill also a co-founder of the BSAA? How did she get demoted under Chris? Is it because when Daddy Wesker had her, she needed to get reinitiated back into the organization again?
Yeah, maybe.
You left
the BSAA.
That means you have to be initiated all over again.
Glad to know nothing's changed with this boy.
Except for once again his strength. I swear, Kadokawa nerfed the absolute fuck out of this man. Look at him struggle with these normal-ass zombies, knowing that he could punch creatures 3 times their size into the stratosphere.
Right, stop that. Silly.
Well, at least we can say that Leon stays a little of the same from the last film, since he just blatantly shoots into a crowded freeway to hit one single enemy.
And misses.
I just love how Matt Mercer's Leon is so goddamn bloodthirsty. Dude must be paid per kill he makes.
Yeah, well, it's living.
He still has that sociopathic mentality, too. He just stands in the middle of a freeway, not
Little
giving any
quippy
shit for human life.
I like that bike.
The man is lamenting his bike. Leave him alone.
I loved that bike.
Lovely bike.
However, I do think they beefed him up a bit. The dude can just punt a fucking filled-up gas can 15 yards like he was Messi.
And pass the dad jokes from Chris onto him, too.
How many of these are there?
I ain't stopping to count. 0.
May not be that bad.
What?
Or that heavy.
You wanted to know how many there were?
Come to think of it, he's more comedic now, even throwing shade at Dylan when they first meet.
Leon S. Kennedy. Well, if it isn't...
Ladies and gentlemen,
whoever you are...
we got it.
Our boy has come a long way from that slab of granite he was back in Degeneration.
Yeah, well, even with all the strength and shit, I find it hard to believe that he would be at a standstill with Jill. Come to think of it, it seems like every BSAA agent can go toe-to-toe with him.
Effects from when she was infected? I don't know.
You just sit here and feel sorry for yourself.
Not that last one.
Yes, that last one.
And yet he can't even take out Maria. What the fuck was that? Why the fuck do we have to watch my guy get his shit wrecked so easily for like...
I'm pretty sure they're going to talk about it. It's kind of weird that Maria does die, kind of just gets stabbed. I mean, I'm guessing she's got some type of strain or something, but like, because considering all the shit she can do, but then she just gets like stabbed to the chest and then she dies. I don't know.
5 straight minutes.
I absolutely love that Dylan explains why Maria is even there. Like, seriously, he straight up says she's there to even the score between her and Leon because he killed her father when that shit isn't even true in the slightest.
And since you murdered poor Maria's father,
Technically, that was Chris.
Thought this was a good opportunity to settle the score.
This is for my father!
He was Arius's guard dog. You were his bitch.
First, Glenn took over his body. Then Nadia was the one who actually killed Diego, and Chris shot the final blow.
Whatever.
All Leon did was throw his bike at him.
I loved that bike.
Maybe he has something wrong with his eyes, and that's...
So technically, Diego's already dead, so, you know.
That's why it was so hard for him, because it takes him way too long to realize he's grappling with Jill Valentine. I mean, shit, who else does he know that wore the very same outfit that she wore back in '98?
Let's hold off on Jill for now. Let's get into Claire for the moment, because even at this stage, it baffles me that she is still with motherfucking TerraSave. I mean, shit, girl. After Revelations 2 and Neil, you're still going to sport those colors?
Neil! I trusted you! TerraSave was built to save people! It's in the goddamn name!
She even still has to deal with hate from people about Harvardville, too.
Yeah, and if you watched real news, you know that we got framed over some bioweapon bullshit.
That's enough.
It's a hard hill to hike for this Redfield, no doubt. Don't know about you, but I usually quit a job after it's been involved with at least 2 atrocities.
The resume says otherwise.
And yet, even with all the shit that's happened, that TerraSave has been formed since 1998, and they've been in the news globally. This shitty fish and wildlife idiot has no idea who they are.
Is your group like an environmental protection agency or something?
Yeah, even more so with the whole terrorist things. Like, I don't...
Thing.
Fucker's been living under a damned rock. I mean, fuck, they even helped evacuate Terra Grigia. You telling me this dumbass doesn't remember an entire city being overrun by hunters before getting sunbathed to death by a motherfucking satellite?
Nobody remembers that fucking timeline.
True timeline at Operation Raccoon City. Gaiden isn't canon. I think that's the only one in the series that's not canon. Outbreak, Survivor, Dead Aim, Rebecca Saw. Yeah.
True. To be honest, I can see why people still think of her as a terrorist. I mean, look at what she's doing.
Trying to save the planet, one half-eaten fish at a time?
Doing her best to keep people safe. But since she's a Redfield, the odds are stacked against her.
No, she walks right into the BSAA headquarters and immediately steals their coffee.
Thanks a lot, Folgers. I was expecting
Really?
Claire to put a bow on Chris and say some sappy shit.
No.
What are you doing?
You're my present this year.
No.
I don't ever want to see a brother and sister sharing coffee ever again. This isn't Game of Thrones. The Redfield bloodline isn't that desperate.
I just want my brother!
It's Folgers in your cup.
I'm just going to say this once and then we'll move on. These Redfields go through so much facial reconstruction, it's like they're fugitives or something. Seriously. Just like how Chris changes from 5 to 7 to 8.
Yeah, 5 is a little bit similar to the remake of 1, which I kind of liked more.
Claire looks completely different starting from Code V to Revelations 2 and then again in the 2 make.
I like the original. The Code Veronica. Revelation isn't that bad.
Come on, Bear. You can't compare these films with graphics from 2000. Even
That
I know
too.
that the tech changed drastically as time went on. Like that factoid about how there are more polygons on Lady D's ass than there is in all of the first OG back in '96.
Are we talking about Lady D's ass now?
That waistline, yes.
No, you degenerate, zip back up.
Although that's true, Joe, what I am saying is that this film came out in 2023, 4 years after the 2 make, and yet for some reason Kato Kawa modeled her after Revelations. But then they kept the 3 make model for Jill. Fucking weird.
It looks a lot better in the movie, though.
But we'll get into that later. Let's move on to Rebecca.
You sure you can contain yourself this time?
No promises.
Well, I for one would like to know why Kato Kawa made her look different in this one as well. I mean, she looks like she's in her early 20s instead of being 35. And I know I'm not talking crazy here. She actually shrunk in the 1 year between events.
Also, for some reason, her head looks a little disproportionate compared to her body. Did you notice this, Bear?
Believe me, I noticed. They also sort of diminished her role as well. I guess she's back to being the science nerd for the group, but does that mean she's an official member of the BSAA again? I imagine she couldn't go back to Chicago after what happened in Vendetta, but since this shit is canon, that just raises more questions in the later games, especially in 8.
To be honest, it would be pretty sick to see if she was part of Blue Umbrella.
I think what Barry's trying to say is that he doesn't like that she was sidelined in this story. Even Dylan Blake doesn't see her as a threat, seeing as he apparently pulls all the files for every Raccoon City survivor but her.
They were looking for top-secret files on previous bioterrorism cases, going back to Raccoon City. They managed to steal data on key personnel on those cases. Leon, Chris, Jill, and Claire.
It's as if Shinji Mikami called him up with an earful of his own thoughts on her.
Why does he hate her so much?
Probably because she's a witch or something.
What?
Excuse me?
How else can you explain to me how she knew that she'd only need 4 syringes of the vaccine when dozens of people went onto that tour?
I just hope I made enough.
Well, you didn't.
It's not enough.
Yeah, but one of those people was a YouTuber. No way was she
I was so happy when this idiot died, too.
going to cure that idiot.
It was already
Fucking
annoying.
YouTubers, gross.
Hey, it's your boy Zach here, and today I'm checking out Alcatraz!
Or how she was able to get inside the tunnels after that water BOW destroyed the dock in front of her. Like this was Godzilla from 1998.
Downgrades aside, she's
That was hard to see, too, with that big shark thing. I was like, what the fuck was going on?
still a badass in here, because remember, she actually uses her brain.
While I use my brain.
She's the one who actually puts in police work and figures out the commonality between all the missing people.
Yeah, she gets the virus, or the vaccine, like, in minutes. Almost barely.
And it took her maybe 15 minutes.
There you go.
The police couldn't find a connection between the folks that were infected. But I dug a little deeper and found they all had one thing in common. They all visited Alcatraz recently.
No way.
Before you even say it, we know, while everyone else is just throwing whatever they can at
I like how this place, little armor, this little place has like a whole bunch of, I guess it's an armory, has all these weapons and shit. All loaded, too.
him with some of these weapons they're not even sure how to use.
You know how to use this? It's got a trigger, doesn't it?
Rebecca's the one who actually finds a way to really fuck him up.
It's in manual mode. Now we can stop him.
Hold on a sec. We control the drones now. So why don't we use them?
5 minutes later.
Go get him! What's happening?
The drones are pumping their virus in, overloading it. It's messing with the creature's chemistry.
And she still comes to fight as well. She's like the cleric of the group. Heals them up first and then adds to the DPS.
Nice.
I will admit, I like seeing her with that rocket launcher. That was pretty dope.
But sliding on your back as if you're recreating that slide shot from Afterlife was a little sus, not gonna lie.
I know you're not throwing shit at her for that scene when you got Leon trying to do a fancy parkour jump and Claire twirling like this is an interpretive dance class or something.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that
All
was
right,
silly.
guys, let's move on to who this movie is mainly about. Jill Valentine.
Why does she look like the exact same as she did back in 1998? It's been 17 years and she didn't age a motherfucking day.
I think it says that, like, her being infected, she does age slower.
Like I said, it's weird that they use the same model from the 3 make. However, I guess that just bolsters the theory that the viruses Nemi and Wesker pumped into her had regenerative powers. So she ages much slower than anyone else. Kind of like Sherry Birkin, maybe? At least Nicole Tompkins still voices her, so that's cool.
We can't afford to think about being numb or souls or any of that shit.
And yet, after everything she's been through, she still goes into a possible BOW trap dressed like a soccer mom. Christ, she's grappling with an actual zombie and she's willing to risk her safety for fashion.
Looking like a badass while doing it too.
True.
Like on the firing range, expertly handling that shit. I love that she still uses her samurai edge. That little Easter egg is great for me.
Until she loses it during a scuffle. I am not sure she ever gets it back either. Leon gives her a gun later and I think she just keeps using that.
You got a gun?
Nope. Lost it.
Here.
Thanks.
Speaking of their reunion, how'd you like it that when Maria shows up, she just starts to kick the shit out of Leon and Jill just watches it without even trying to help? Fuck even Sheva, who was younger and less experienced, charged at a psychopathic god with just a knife.
That's not the only thing that was also funny to watch. For some reason, Jill also has trouble lifting the railgun that's there, even though she had zero problems hefting the one back in '98.
Because even that was stupid, I guess? I don't know. I haven't played the remake of 3.
I'll throw my back out if I try to lug this thing.
It's all that fucking emotional baggage that's weighing her down. That's got to be the only reason why she's slower on her reactions, can't lift for shit, and even has a problem with just shooting a single liquor.
The fuck do you mean? She's blasting liquors all over the place in those tunnels.
Yet not the one that has her leg? Jill and Leon struggle with that for like 10 seconds. Get on your game, girl.
Maybe she's still traumatized from when she was almost licked like this was Alien 3 or something.
To be fair, everything is always throwing their elongated appendages at her.
Yep. That's weird that that's canon. Now.
On the subject of her baggage, the main subplot of this film is Jill Valentine's character arc. Since this takes place after the events of 5, Jill is still feeling guilty over what happened with Wesker.
If she's being reckless, like you say, it's probably because she's trying to make up for what happened to her.
You mean how Wesker brainwashed her and made her come after us? No one's blaming Jill for that.
Except Jill.
When I was being mind-controlled by Wesker, all I wanted was to kill you. It was like living in a nightmare.
And this may get me into some hot water, but fuck it, I'll just say it.
All right.
The time between 5 and Death Island is 6 years, girlfriend. You've been holding on to this the entire time, walking around like an emo teenager, giving sarcastic quips at the dinner table.
Just shut up! Too true. I could understand her struggle for maybe a year or two, but come on, 6?
It's a little ridiculous, I agree. But at least she figures that shit out
I didn't know
while
that.
doing her best Bryce Howard impression from Jurassic World.
Good thing Jill doesn't have any high heels on either.
Nah, she left those back in Apocalypse.
Motherfucker, stop staining these films with those rotten pieces of shit.
I'm good. But I'm not that good.
Oh god, I hate that fucking thank you. I fucking hate that line. God damn it. Fucking line pissed me off. Ugh.
I just think that it's a good thing they encountered a villain who whines about his own misfortunes enough that she can get through her own shit. Can you imagine what would have happened if there was another asshole that just wanted to destroy the world for the laughs?
Well then.
Maybe that's why she wasn't around after 5. I mean, Chris had rescued her from Wesker in 2009. Between that time and now, Revelations 2 happened, Re 6 happened, and Vendetta happened. What the fuck was she doing?
Technically getting tested on at the BSAA. Which, by the way, she emailed Barry Burton at this time, saying that not only did they list her as killed in action, but they didn't even give her a funeral.
Didn't stop them from putting up a headstone now, did it?
Coffin, gravestone, the whole thing.
He had a coffin. What was in it? All right, we fucked around long enough. Let's finish this up with our last character.
We finally started with Dylan Blake then?
Yeah, I can't see why not.
Good, because this Kevin Bacon-looking motherfucker had the best backstory to any villain we've seen. This guy was so close to becoming fucking Zemo in Civil War that I just wish he didn't end up the way he does at the finale. I mean, come on, we actually get to see a bit of the other side of the Raccoon City outbreak.
Like I said, how the hell did he get all this money to do all this shit?
Not with the UBCS.
We're just mercenaries, hired hands.
Or the Umbrella Special Forces.
This is Hunk from Alpha Team.
But the regular security forces tasked with evacuations and such.
Orders are to assist evacuation of Umbrella Corp execs and government officials only. No civilians.
To watch how most of these guys didn't know what the hell was going on, and then to be thrown into all of that chaos was just so nice to see.
I mean, that's true, but I'm not giving this guy too much credit since I guess that's as far as his humanity will go. He doesn't give a shit when it comes to shooting civilians, but then finally bucks at orders when his friend is dying.
Anyone in Raccoon City who's infected must...
Yeah, and then they like fight for like a whole bunch of few minutes, and then like there's no gun, there's no bullets in the gun.
Shot on sight, no exceptions.
And they just beats him to death with like something. I forget. It was like a lid or something. I forget.
Even our people.
You want us to kill our team?
Terminate with extreme prejudice.
You mean his friend JJ? Dear Lord, how many more characters are going to pop into this franchise with 2-letter names? And why do they all start with J?
Hey, you know, I got a friend whose name begins with J too. Is that right?
So let's get into the meat of this guy. Yes, he's just like everyone else we've covered. A man who loses someone close to them, thus he decides to use a virus to get his revenge on the world.
I'm going to use my virus.
Blah, 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 blah. However, and maybe it's because he's been the closest to actually take down the main protagonists, I enjoyed him.
He was definitely entertaining, that's for sure, even though he rips off the whole Two-Face thing from The Dark Knight.
Well, it was more Russian roulette with the gun.
No, he does say that the Blazing Bull is elegant or something.
Put a person inside, light a fire under it, then
Sit back as the bowl heats up and slowly burns the person inside alive.
Like that frog thing?
Look, I get that you guys like him and shit, but this is the same cane-tapping motherfucker who in one breath will talk a bunch of shit about big corporations and corrupt executives.
The huge corporations and the corrupt execs that run them. The ones getting big, fat bonuses for maintaining the status quo.
And then we'll spew out how they choose who lives and who dies. He acts all high and mighty.
But he literally has the whole, those little mini drones can decide who lives in, or who turns into a zombie and who doesn't.
But in the end, he still killed his best friend over his own survival.
Oh yeah, he beats him with the butt of his,
Maybe pull that trigger a couple more
the
times.
Fucking little toolbox or whatever the fuck. I thought he beat him with
Instead of once, Dylan. Chance saved your friend from your MP5, but then you cheated him by taking fate into your own hands and bashing his head in either way. Besides, his whole clean the slate motive actually makes him worse than Umbrella, since that was an accident, whereas Dylan is deliberately going to kill millions.
Okay, Donnie, I see your point. But I can't deny how much of a Chad Dylan is when he actually manages to infect 70% of the entire Resident Evil main protagonists in a single blow. And then he fucking begins to kick them while they're down.
Oh yes, rips right into each of them. It's glorious. Leon gets shit on for who he works for.
Leon S. Kennedy. Working hard for people who lie and cover up the truth.
I mean, he's not wrong. They did cover up their involvement with Raccoon City, plus that shit with Helena and the president's assassination.
They will also not be disclosing their findings to the public.
But the president would have done the same.
And
I don't feel that's true.
You think your group helps people, but they don't do anything to stop the actual cause of all the suffering. They offer bandages instead of real solutions.
I am surprised he didn't talk shit about their slogan.
Terra save. Because tear doesn't have to end with a wrist.
But he's right. I mean, Terra Save hasn't done a damn thing since the fucking Terra Grigia panic. And that was years ago. Plus, they did fuck up that whole thing with Harvardville back into Generation, not to mention Neil on Sign Island.
But the best one is what he says to Chris Redfield.
And Chris Redfield.
Oh,
despite the fact you lose team members on every single mission, you keep coming back with more. How many lives have you sacrificed in the name of justice, I wonder?
That shit fucking slaps hard. Kato Kawa actually made that shit canon.
Yeah, I agree with Bear that it's such a great highlight of the film. But then he gets real stupid after this.
Which part was worse? Is it when he deliberately does not infect Jill for some stupid as all fuck reason?
I left her alone, so she could experience what I went through.
Or was it that he knew that Rebecca would come and save them with a cure that she'd be able to concoct? So he just didn't program a drone to infect her either.
Rebecca's cured the others by now.
I expected she would.
All of those, but the worst is when he actually steals yet another DC villain's move and uses his virus injector on himself like the Joker did in Arkham Asylum, and then becomes that giant Dunwich horror-looking monstrosity.
Very convenient that the big shark thing actually was ate him.
Jesus, what are the parameters of this virus? Where in the formula does it say that infected human plus infected shark equals elephant-sized BOW?
Who knows? To be honest, most of these infected fuckers are just Cronenberg wet dreams. And even though he's the biggest of them all, he doesn't really do much during the final fight. Just stomps around and shit, bellowing every once in a while.
That was it?
Classic big monster before finally dying to a falling object cliche.
Hey, you figured be stronger than that.
Well, that's what his ass gets for starting a fight with military-trained specialists inside a giant armory filled with weapons and shit. I mean, fuck, there's literal vehicles with mounted machine guns just sitting there. How the hell did he think this was going to turn out?
Like I said, his final plan got real dumb real fast. So I am going to give this a solid A.
I mean, yeah, I'm with you on that too.
Yeah.
Even though it was really good to see the Raccoon City family back together, it still didn't hit that note
I'd give it an
perfectly to
A.
me.
I did like it.
The Raccoon City reunion.
It was nice seeing them all of them there, all five of them.
What do you think, Bear?
To be honest, I agree with the both of you.
Really? I thought we would have had an argument.
Especially now that the S tier is practically naked. there's not a single Resident Evil film that belongs in it?
To be completely honest, no, at least to me, there isn't. Yes, these are leagues better than the live actions.
Yeah.
Yes, seeing these characters doing things that are canon to past games is great to watch. But if I am being
But they're kind of redundant too. You don't really have to. You don't have to watch them to get the whole story. They're just nice. There's side stories. Oh, there's no sound. Oh shit. I'm sorry, dude.
To be honest, that's not all that I want to see in a Resident Evil film. I want to see the horror and the fear that hooked me into this franchise in the first place.
Exactly. I know we've joked about it a bunch, but seriously, when every single villain has the exact same motive, then the fourth one is not going to make it any better.
Plus, it still has the echoes of The Rock to it, to be honest.
Sure, 'cause
I mean, if we're
sounds on
going to
here.
ride on Anderson for ripping things off, we shouldn't give this one a free pass, to be fair.
There are elements in this, and even in the last couple films, that shows Kato Kawa can make a great Resident Evil movie.
How so?
Just make an origin CGI movie that takes place during the Spencer Mansion incident. It can't be that hard, especially when you have scenes like when Jill is in the house by herself, or when Chris raids that other mansion in Vendetta. Hell, even Damnation shows off how fast liquor.
Let me try it again, real quick. Let me just mess with it. Maybe it'll work. Try one more time. No.
Can be. Just replace a lot of the action for characters out of their depth and feel like they can actually die. Instead of fighting
ooh, that doesn't sound good.
ugly behemoths while making jokes.
Definitely going on vacation after this.
The pieces are there, we just need them to be constructed correctly. That would make an S-tier Resident Evil film for me.
I guess in the end, it's really based on what you feel is truly the core of Resident Evil. Is it survival horror with eerie conspiracies and vulnerable protagonists fighting for their lives? Or is it action horror with terrorist-like villains fighting against elite protagonists with experience and confidence backing them up?
Can't be a little bit of both.
Something to think on for sure, but let's finish this shit up with our last rapid-fire observations. I'll start with when Jill and Chris are talking. They show a little fridge, but it's filled with different types of water. Why? Who the fuck is super picky at the BSAA?
I got one.
Yeah, variety's
when Leon
nice.
is fighting with Maria on that freeway, and Maria just presses a button to let the ramp down, loosing all those cars.
Oh, shit.
First off, I'm almost 1,000% sure that they are individually strapped in for just such an occasion. But also that while his
Yeah.
entire payload is just falling off his truck
He
and
just
creating
keeps
a
moving?
Final Destination type chaos, the fucking driver doesn't even stop. Like he's going to get to where those cars need to be, and half of them are just fucking gone.
You didn't realize you were driving a light horse?
No, nothing. It felt fine.
Oh, come on, Frank. Come on.
Oh, speaking of Maria and Leon, I almost forgot. That thing you said about Leon getting his shit wrecked by her for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's more than likely he was weak by the virus still, and it took that long for the vaccine to take full effect. That's why he fucks her shit up easily after a bit.
I guess. I honestly figured she was like infected
Oh,
or some
damn,
shit.
I hadn't even thought of that.
On the subject of the injection, why does it hurt so damn much to get hit by a drone but not in the beginning? There should have been a dozen people doubling over on that row.
Not to mention that yet again, the speed of the infection is confusing when you have people who turn so fucking fast, like literally in seconds.
Yo, head over there! Some dude shot some other dude! You see that? What the?
Man, that was quick.
But Chris, Claire, and Leon take ages to turn.
I got to throw a shot at you, Barry, but I have to. I kind of chuckled when Hunnigan was stern with Rebecca. She ain't got time for her shit.
So, Leon's working with you on this?
Yes, but I still can't reach him, so let's save the chit-chat.
Everyone is always underestimating my girl. Just like Dylan. I didn't want to talk about this, but like hell I am going to leave her on a low point. At one moment, Dylan says that none of them know what it's like to go through what he went through.
None of you know what it's like to live with that hanging over your
Pretty
head.
sure Chris has.
Do you?
But
Well,
the
all
only
of
one
them
who can
have.
say that they do know that feeling is probably Rebecca.
Jesus.
The biggest eye roll I could possibly make.
Look, I'm not trying to push it, but Rebecca is the only one who has had to actually kill her friend after they were infected.
Yeah. Okay.
Edward!
Oh, that's right.
No.
Twice even.
Wait, that can't be right. What about Forrest?
Yeah.
Technically, that's true, but you can just kill him and move on. There isn't any impact like there was with Edward for either Chris or Jill.
Fine, Barry. Since you just had to push up your nerd glasses, she can be crowned the killer of colleagues just for you.
Speaking of vendetta, there's a part where Dylan says that he did deals with Glenn Arias and that they were close.
Arias and I did a lot of business together. So, you could say we were sort of close.
But I guess you weren't close enough to be invited to his fucking wedding.
I really want to know just how everyone is making
Yeah, they couldn't make
I
it.
mean, how did they become more common in these movies than the fucking dogs did?
It took me 6 years of research to build my
liquors.
How do you high school dropouts keep making them? Are they as easy to build as ham radios, and I'm just an asshole?
Hey, where did all the bodies go? Based on the blueprints of Alcatraz, when Jill and Leon get to the cells holding the Redfields, which appears to be the same corridor that they were battling in only hours before, there should be scores of bodies and blood on the floor. What did Maria mop before she began to hunt them?
Maybe it's the maintenance crew. Oh wait, there's not one on Alcatraz. Since apparently there's not only a random hole in the cage, but also the floor is so unstable that if 4 or 5 people stand in one area, you fall to the lower tunnels. All right, boys, that's it. We're done. We've watched all the Resident Evil movies from absolute garbage to actual great and entertaining ones that were a treat.
Finally.
Thank God.
I do not think there's any more we can do, so let's get out of here before something fucked up happens. Fuck.
Here we go.
Well done, boys. You hiked across mountains of shit, dealt with everything I threw at you, and still came out on top. Gotta be honest, I'm impressed. So I'll tell you what, I'll take another look at your contracts and see... Holy shit, it's Rebecca Chambers.
What the fuck?
No fucking way.
Hey, Saki, did you really rank that traitor Wesker above me?
Oh, shit.
You're cooked.
No, I swear it wasn't me.
I thought we could be friends. Too bad.
I'm going to own you fuckers forever.
Shit.
All right. Yeah. Honestly, I still think the CGI, like I said, despite everything, the CGI movies are still better. Anyway, it's been about 3 hours. I think that is a good place to stop. Obviously a little different. I want to try to do more Wednesdays to be more just chatting streams, as opposed to any gaming. Maybe at some point I'll do gaming, but I want to try to. Hopefully I can try to get Wednesdays going, to at least to start streaming, because I really want to try to stream a little bit more. I will, however, be back on Saturday and I can start playing Total Chaos. But thank you, Cap, as always, for hanging out, as well as Torch, if you're still around, and anybody else who may have stopped by. But as I always say, I've been Joe. I thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a great night.